You hitting us with the bits of sadness.
Eh?
Is it working?
Who eh?
Are we live?
Looks like it. But are we really?
All right, it says
That's
we are.
looking good.
It looks a lot better.
Seems like it.
Is it actually functioning? That's all I
Vaguely.
can ask.
Thanks,
I
HTG,
think so.
again, as always, for all the
For those of you looking at
bits.
it, yeah, thank you, HGG. Does it look normal for those of you that are looking at it on your own devices?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's movement. So
I downscaled everything quite a bit. I don't know if I can downscale it a whole lot more.
Only stream in
You're the
144.
quietest, Josh, but I mean, I think it's fine still.
Yeah, it's just the microphone. I'm gonna have to basically hold it like I'm Freddie Mercury or something like that.
And who
Oh,
did
no.
we just draw?
who else Xavier?
God damn it.
Why, Xavier? There he
That's
is.
Texas
Okay,
internet for you.
back.
When one person succeeds, another must fail.
The law of equivalent exchange.
Yes.
Yeah, Valerinos is correct. It's not
Stop
Capcom.
Don't drop me.
So what I need to know is it currently viewable, and is the audio doing fine?
I believe so.
I don't know about the audio, but it is definitely viewable.
I think it's good.
All right, that's all we can ask for. So all of you that are staying at home this Halloween, which is probably like 99% of us, thank you for tuning in to our CavCon Halloween extravaganza that was put together last minute, if that wasn't completely obvious. We currently have, right now, myself, I will be running Sky of Crimson Flame, which is a heavy metal and horror-themed adventure for a tabletop RPG system known as Dungeon Crawl Classics.
Woo!
And for those of you who don't know, Dungeon Crawl Classics is a D20 system, so it's based off of, I think, D&D 3.5, but a lot of the bloat is what I think most people will call it, has been scaled down to make it have basically the best parts of modern D&D systems, getting rid of things like THAC0 from like 2nd edition, but also taking it back to like the more simplified aspects of those older systems. And yeah, you may notice that I am the one running the game. Currently, Chaz and Melinda are out following the Witch's Sabbath on this Samhain, as Goths are wont to do. And so today playing, we have Kyle, Anai, Xavier, and Tom.
You know, the A team.
Yeah, Chaz actually really loves this system, and so he was not despondent, but he was a bit saddened that he would not be able to join this game, as he and I are pretty big fans of this system when it comes to running it and playing it.
CC.
And so I will get into the adventure a little bit, but to kind of explain what's going on, I am running what's called a level 0 adventure. And so if you've never played Dungeon Crawl Classics, adventures typically start with what's called a funnel. And why is it called a funnel? It's because everybody starts off with 3 to 4 characters, sometimes up to 5 or 6. And the assumption is that by the end of this adventure, you will only have one of them. And they are level 0 because they don't even have classes yet. You are literally playing normal people in a fantasy world who decided, you know what, my life fucking sucks, and I'm tired of it. I'm gonna go try to be an adventurer. Happy Halloween, John. And so let's get into that. I'm gonna go in alphabetical order, and you guys are gonna tell me your potential adventurers in this story. Anai, what do you got for us?
Okay, I have Tina, the Wizard's Apprentice. Is that all we're saying? Just name and...
Yeah, or something funny, if you have something funny about them.
And her name is Tina because
You've been
her
watching.
lucky sign is conceived on horseback. So, Tina Belcher likes horses. We have Bruno, the Mendicat. Am I saying that correctly?
Mendicant. Yeah, that's a.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of old occupations, One thing I forgot to mention is that in this game, when you start and you make a character, you do not choose anything. You roll everything randomly on a series of tables, and that includes what your character was before they decided to try becoming an adventurer. And so a mendicant is somebody who begs for a living.
Nice.
Sometimes it's part of a religious order, so like begging monks.
And then I have Iana the cheesemaker. That's just my name backwards. And Tiff the caravan guard.
Tiff's my favorite character from Futurama.
So those are my characters.
Iana was the cheesemaker, and
Yes.
Tiff was the caravan guard. So I knew what characters they all had beforehand, but they have not told me the names yet. And going next in alphabetical order, Kyle, tell us your 4 characters.
All right, I got Holly, the costermonger or fruit merchant. The interesting thing about her, she's my only human and my only female character.
So you don't have to roll randomly for gender, but everybody in this case decided to do that.
It was fun.
Yeah. There are some things you don't have to roll for, but it's more fun if you do.
Roll for everything.
I got Brahm, the dwarven blacksmith. I got Regibald, the halfling trader. And then Grakthar, the dwarven miner.
Those are some good dwarven names. Grakthar?
Yeah. Sadly, my dwarves have the worst stats.
Yeah, also going back to the old school days of D&D, in this game, they only have the classic races in the original player's handbook, which is also the Dungeon Master's Guide and also the Monster Manual. It's all one thick-ass book. And so in old school D&D style, dwarves, elves, and halflings are their own races rather than being a race and also having a class. And so elves can do typical elvish things that you might expect out of like Lord of the Rings, and halflings are halflings like you might expect out of Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings isn't the only influence on this game. It's a lot of old Appendix N stuff. Tom, you are the next in line. What are your 4 characters?
I'm pretty sure it was Xavier who was next in alphabetical order. Both EX, right?
Yeah, I forget that's how he spells it.
Unless we're going by like middle name.
No, I spell it with an apostrophe.
An umlaut. Well, first up, I have my elf. I've already forgotten how to pronounce his name. Extrelariel.
Extrelariel?
There's so many.
Forgot to
There's so
pronounce
many
his name.
vowels.
It's the most elven shit.
How many apostrophes does it have?
3.
Yeah. People don't know this, but in Elvish nobility, the more apostrophes you have in your name, the higher you are in nobility ranking, I believe. Is how they do that.
I mean, after all, he is a lawyer, an elven barrister, or as I wrote it, barista, because Xavier said it.
An elven.
I was getting
I like to think of that.
Elves seem more like a tea people to me, though.
I mean, baristas can make tea. Coffee's just bean tea.
You take that back.
And I don't know how I was gonna work that joke in anyway. My elven lawyer who I rolled chaotic. So I don't know how that one worked out, but can't wait to see. Then there's the Masked Wonder, Animo. He trains animals.
Ooh.
I like
But
how
no one knows his true identity.
the Masked Wonder animal. I like how the assumption is that this is probably somebody who trains horses, but you went with circus trainer.
Yes.
I respect it.
All right. Who are your other 2? You got 2 elves.
Well, I already said my first elf.
Oh yeah.
Then next came up was Probably my best rolled character, Shalasha.
Shalak.
I'm just gonna assume I'm
Ooh.
She
spelling this
sounds
wrong.
strong.
You just have to spell it phonetically correct. Who was just a neutral hunter. Oh fuck! I forgot to roll for my errors. Okay. And then there's probably the worst rolled character, who is the only lawful one. My other elf, my elven navigator, Nashandra.
How many elves did you get?
2.
The hunter is a human.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was
Who is
Nashandra's
also a
occupation?
drunkard.
What was her occupation?
Elven navigator.
You can't be a navigator without having a bit of a booze problem. I don't think they let sober people on boats. All right, that's Tom's 4 characters. Xavier, what are your 4 sacrifices?
Okay. First up on the chopping block, I got Francis or Frank the Butcher. Yeah, he just a butcher.
Oh, I thought that was his title. I thought he was a serial killer.
I didn't roll serial killer as an occupation, unfortunately. And I have an elven sage, uh,
Oh, so many elves.
Apostrophis.
Lepostraphus, son of Lepostrophion.
What are you doing to an imposter?
paragliding donkey teeth on your lineup there.
I considered it honestly, but no. I also have from the mighty Beeffinger clan of halflings. Jeffrey
Beeffinger.
Jeffrey Beeffinger.
So Xavier is referencing the first time we ever played Dungeon Crawl Classics. He rolled a halfling with like 16 strength, and in this game, the highest you're going to be able to roll at starting is 18. And so just an impressively beefy halfling. You got Jeffrey Beeffinger. And I believe the original was Percy Beeffinger, who went out fighting a Naga.
Yeah, he crushed holy water in his hands.
What's your?
Did he know what he was doing?
Yeah, he knew he was gonna die. He's just like, fuck it.
Just crushed.
And of course, my final character, Billy the Gong Farmer.
You want
who I have no fucking hope that he'll make it, but knowing my luck, he probably will be the only one that does.
Billy.
Billy.
Billy boy. Oh, Billy.
Do you want to
Well,
explain
he has
to the?
death on his side.
You want to explain to the audience what a gong farmer is?
So back before they didn't have toilets, so they're basically poo shovelers.
I believe on your character sheet you have a handful of night soil.
Yes. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
It's shit.
Yeah, night
Pile
soil.
of shit.
Yeah. Those, as Xavier explained back before we had this fantastic thing called indoor plumbing, people used to just shit in reservoirs of shit basically, and somebody known as a gong farmer would have to go at night when nobody would see them because people thought they were disgusting for doing their job. Would have to go in the middle of the night and basically shovel shit into a cart and take it out of town.
And then they sold it to farmers for fertilizer.
A decent living if you don't mind smelling like poop.
But I do. I do mind smelling like poop.
You're the Dungeon Crawl Classics version of the what is it in Werewolf? The one that wants to die? The Tanner.
No, the Tanner. Please kill me.
End my suffering. Alright. Good night, Fury John.
Hey, John. Yep. It's fine. I'm drunk.
Train.
Yes.
The band?
It's not a night on the west side if you don't hear the train.
We can hear it over here too.
I don't hear
Can
it.
you really?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. So, do any of you have a luck score greater than 18? Or 18 or greater? I know it's highly unlikely, but I know.
I
No.
understand it's technically possible, but no.
All right. Does anybody have a luck score of 17?
Negative.
No.
Nope.
Does
I
anybody?
got a 6.
Yeah. Does anybody have a luck score of 16?
Yes.
Are you the only one then, Kyle?
Judging by the silence, I'm gonna say yes.
All right. So in that case, you get to start off with a love letter.
Oh boy. Poor Holly.
So you have a love letter, and I will get into the beginning of the adventure real quick. But I have everything printed out because the original intent was to run this game physically, but then COVID-19 happened. So you have a love letter that reads, "My dearest, I have so enjoyed our moonlit walks through the forest and still do not understand why the village elders fear the place so. Yes, the trees have grown wild, but nonetheless lovely, and the nightingales sing so beautifully, though I sometimes find their songs mournful and strange. At least the elders' superstitions aid in keeping our walks secret until the time comes when we can confess our love openly. Forever yours, Balessa." And so our adventure begins. It
I
began.
really wish Xavier Shit Shoveler got that letter.
I
so, so I was just reading that. Fuck it, I need toilet paper.
That is Brute Girl.
It began with the disappearance of Balessa, the raven-haired beauty with jade-colored eyes. Then others began to vanish. One by one, friends, loved ones, and finally the children screamed out in the night and were lost. In vain you helped in the search, but no trace nor track could be found. Now, as the horn moon rises, a thunderous sound ripples across the night sky, and in its wake a crimson star ignites in the east. Remembering the legends of screaming witchlights that blazed and danced across the sky, the village elders have determined those stolen must have been taken to the ancient keep, a place of dread that lies hidden within the dark boughs of the eastern forest. You here are the only brave souls the village of Reed can muster. It is up to you to save those lives who have been taken and stop whatever evil now dwells within that accursed structure of yore. Together, you steel yourselves as you enter the eastern forest. And so we begin. Do any of you have any last preparations in town you wish to make before you truly set out on this adventure to find your lost villagers?
We're going in the forest?
Yes, the eastern forest to the ancient keep. The place determined by the
Ooh.
village elders to where the missing villagers must have been taken.
I think I'm okay.
All right.
Think I'm good. I hope.
I don't think there's anything I can do.
Right?
You all start off with a
Okay.
plentiful amount of money.
Huh.
There's little you could
Yeah, is
Yeah.
there any, like, what shops are around?
basically anything
Well,
a small hamlet in Eastern Europe would have. But if there's anything like on your character sheets that your characters might want to trade with each other, so one character has this pair of items, another character has that pair of items, that's the kind of thing you can do right now. But if
who
there's
wants my bag of shit?
that's yours, you keep that.
You'll have to hold that one, Pony Boy.
I'm almost afraid to ask how much rope costs.
I do have it if you want me to tell you.
You want to roll for it?
I guess. Yeah.
Just wait.
Wait, so how much does it cost?
I am pulling it up right now.
Oh.
We're buffering.
Ooh, buffer.
There we go.
It's probably because I'm switching between tabs on my computer.
You fiend.
All right, 50 feet of rope will cost you 25 copper pieces.
That's a lot of money.
I can buy
No,
that.
it's not, but it's a lot of money that to us.
I'm gonna buy that.
All right.
So 25.
Yes, 25 copper for 50 feet of rope.
Okay, quick question: does my grappling hook have rope, or is it just the hook?
It's just the hook.
Oh, the hook.
Can I buy any? Are there any cheap, like maybe knives or something I can attack with?
A knife, or basically a dagger.
Yeah.
A dagger costs 3 gold pieces.
Is that like the cheapest thing?
For weapons, yes. Okay, no, my bad. A dart costs 5 silver pieces,
Okay.
as well as a staff.
I have a quill that I can throw like a dart.
It may come in handy.
I will also buy a rope for my grappling hook.
Okay. 25 copper.
Yeah, we're kind of lagging. But
What about a torch?
A torch. 1 copper piece each.
I have a lantern. No, wait. No, I don't. I have a candle.
I'm gonna get a couple torches.
Okay.
do we
Me
have any
too.
way to light them?
Spend your money
All of mine are
accordingly.
gonna get two torches.
Okay.
I see everyone else getting torches, and I figure, I guess we had this covered.
I would like to
No,
remind you,
we're gonna
you will need
burn the
flint and
place down.
steel at some point to light those torches.
I have that. Can you reuse flint and steel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you use them to create sparks.
How much does it cost anyway?
15 copper pieces.
15. Okay, one of mine is gonna buy that. My wizard or apprentice is also gonna buy that.
Okay. He needs some kind of way to light up his spliffs. No wizard gets to wizard college without a bit of a buzz at some point.
Nope.
The magic buzzes in.
All right. Is that all the preparations you all wish to make before you head into the forest?
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, how much did you say the rope was?
25
Two
copper.
25 CP.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not catch that.
25 copper.
Okay, my cheesemaker is also gonna get that.
Okay. Happy Halloween to you too, XSTA artist. Or I guess XST artist.
Woo!
So you all head into the eastern forest. The pines sway eerily in the waning moonlight, and from their branches hail strange bulbous shapes that whine and flutter over the treetops in a queer fashion. Suddenly, a herd of deer rush past you, heading in the opposite direction. So stricken with panic were the creatures that they paid you little heed. And
Oh no.
Kyle, as the character with the highest luck score, I want you to roll a d20 and roll under your luck.
Oh, I don't like that.
It should be pretty easy.
I mean,
Statistically, yes.
okay, I'm good. I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. In this case, that is good.
Yes, that was almost a 19 though.
Yeah, as a little aside, in the system, an old school tactic in rolling a DC instead of having a number that they had to beat was to roll under your ability that you were rolling, and so instead of rolling
I like that.
instead of rolling like a DC 16 dexterity check to get out of a trap, you would try to roll under your dexterity instead. All right, so Kyle, your character, being the lucky bastard they are, sees emerging from the trees 6 staggering figures, their bodies gleaming wet and black in the moonlight. Before these figures seem to notice you.
I'll try and whisper to my compatriots, be like, There's some freaky shit right over there. I'm not sure we like this.
Which one of your characters is doing this? Which one has the highest luck score?
This is Holly, my fruit vendor.
The costermonger. All right. So villagers, Holly the costermonger is whispering to you that there is some creepy stuff up ahead. What are you going to do?
Well, I think my hunter will try to climb a tree to get a better vantage.
All right. Why don't you roll under your agility?
What if I matched it?
That counts.
Okay.
So you climb a tree to try to get a better vantage point from which to see the figures. And you see something rather horrendous as just shambling figures emerging from behind the tree line. You see what appear to be human beings, their flesh completely flayed off, as the squelching noises coming from their blood-soaked feet just slowly start to get a little bit louder. And they seem to be moaning something.
Whispers and moans.
Ooh.
I will say it's not that kind of moaning.
Which way are they moving towards?
They seem to be coming from the east, which is the direction you all are heading.
So they're heading towards us.
Yes.
I will
What would I
convey
need to-
this to the rest of the party through bird call. Tweet, tweet, hoot, hoot,
I don't
And-
speak out.
hoot.
If I want to
Touch.
try to see if I can understand what they're moaning, what do I have to roll?
Roll under your luck score for the character you're picking.
Shit. Okay. My wizard's apprentice is gonna try to see if I can understand what they're saying or if it's just moaning.
Okay.
I did not roll under.
Okay, it is incomprehensible, but they're getting closer, and you're afraid you're going to hear what they're saying a little bit more clearly in a little bit. As you all hear the...
Hoot, hoot.
Can we try going around them?
You're going to try cutting through the dark, scary forest to try to circumvent them?
Oh,
That's one way
so
to do it.
spooky.
Because you all are currently on a path heading towards the ancient keep.
Okay, and they're on the path.
Yes.
My caravan guard's gonna try to light one of his torches. Maybe we can light him on fire.
Okay.
Ah!
So you all see the caravan guard, which I believe is Tiff, the caravan guard, takes out his flint and steel and lights a torch.
Oh, jeez. Jeez.
And you all see illuminated the shambling figures of human beings, their skin completely torn off, as they are just moaning and babbling, witch, resurrection, flames, atma, kanjir, sharp, sweet, burning. Roll initiative.
I got one.
All characters.
Yeah, use your character with the highest
Oh,
dex
that's right.
score. Or the highest agility, my bad.
And across for everyone.
Yes, this counts for all four of your characters.
Sick. Got that sweet ass dex bonus 0 all the way down.
All right. Anai, what did you get?
One.
A 1?
Yep.
You have-
Ouch.
Tom, what did you get?
Well, I got a 6 unless I can use my other character's ability, the augur, to add luck to initiative.
Oh, yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Then I got a 7.
All right, Xavier, what's your initiative?
I got a 9.
I got a 12. I didn't realize that I rolled well. Until
Ha
right
That joke's on you.
What did you
now.
actually...
Yeah, what am I, some kind of nerd?
Did you actually get a 12, Kyle?
Yeah, I got a 12.
Okay. All right. Now to roll for the flayed people.
Ah.
All right, Kyle, now that Tiff, the caravan guard, has lit a torch, you clearly see these 6 flayed figures moaning and screaming their strange phrases. And your group of villagers is up first. What are they going to do?
Yell at the caravan guard.
Why would you make me see this?
Don't. Fuck it. We're just going in.
Okay.
Well, are these people aggressive? Like, are they attacking us, or are they just yelling?
Are you familiar with the way, like, I'll say, though, you know how the nurses move in Silent Hill?
Jacob's ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that's kind of the way they're shambling towards you all. And
Fuck it. Like, we're putting them out of their misery. I'm just going for it.
They're ugly. They're different. You gotta kill them.
Yep. That's the way you go. How many are there?
there are 6 of them.
6 of them. 6 of us, or 6 of them. 16 of us. This is gonna go poorly.
Some of you only have 1 HP.
Yeah. Well, this character only has 1 HP.
My elves both have ass for HP.
I think like the best you can start off with is like 4 HP.
If you got an 18 in stamina, you could start off with theoretically with 8 HP.
Damn, that must be nice.
I got 6 with one of my characters and 5 with the other.
My dwarves are feeling brave, so they're gonna run up.
Kneecap their asses.
Man, we had dwarves, elves, and humans in one village.
And halflings.
And half,
Oh, okay. Well, mine's a vagrant, so he might have not been in the village.
right? How's a
Spray
13
Scion.
do for you?
A 13 from the first dwarf. Which one of this is this Brahm or Grakthar?
This is Brahm.
All right, Brahm's going in with what, an axe or a hammer?
Hammer.
He's a dwarf, so those are the only 2 things I imagine he has.
Right?
All right, and he got a 12 to hit.
13.
13. 13's going to go through.
Woo! God damn it. It's gonna be 1 damage,
1 damage.
Nice.
right? Grakthar's coming in with a 16
16 will
to
hit.
hit. And a oh wait. Oh, he gets a +1, thank God. He's 2 damage.
2 damage to the same one or a different one?
Same one.
All right.
We're just
Smart.
All right, you got 2
Right.
characters left.
fuck it. Holly is gonna throw her dagger.
Okay.
All layers have weapon?
She's got a spicy 20 on that one. Can't wait to deal no fucking damage. That's another 2 damage
To the same one?
to the same one.
All right. You hear a
and-
guttural sigh of relief come from it as it seems to enjoy the sweet release of death from its painful existence.
Nice. Fuck it. Halfling's gonna go in. Maybe he can do something.
All right, he's attacking a
Stab
fresh
someone in the
one.
dick.
That's a 12.
12 will hit.
He gets a D6. Or is it? Ooh.
Is it 1?
I have rolled 1 on my damage dice every single time.
1 damage.
So it's three damage.
3
he deals
damage?
3.
Okay.
He's got that sweet modifier.
What did he go in and attack with, a short sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, fucking armed to the teeth here.
Yeah, that guy is. The other 3 are fucking scrapped together.
All right. So thankfully, there's 20 of you, so I can just roll a d20 and see who gets to die.
Please not me. Please.
I'll just roll a d4, see whose character is getting attacked, and then I'll roll a d4 to see which one of your characters is getting attacked.
Aren't there 16 of us?
Yes.
Oh yeah, 16. My bad. I thought you all had 5.
Don't you have a D16?
I do have a d16.
Ah!
My
But are you
plan
some
still
kind of
goes
nerd?
through. That's a d14. Here we go, d16.
Can you roll a D1 for me?
So one of the shamblers is going after the person who lit the torch, Tiff the caravan guard. And it is going to try to rake them with a bloody nail hand.
Hold on, did you just say rape?
Rake.
Rake.
R-A-K-E.
This
like
isn't fatal.
Yeah. Please assume I have at least a modicum of class.
with it has a K in there.
Okay.
And it's going to get a 12 to hit.
God damn
Oh
it.
shit.
Ollie.
It's supposed to be. It's rolling under which one again?
It's attacking a Tiff, and it gets 12 against Tiff's AC, his armor class.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And
Do
Tiff
you guys know?
is taking 1 damage.
And Tiff is dead.
Sick.
Nice.
No, the
Are
caravan
we
guard.
dead when we hit 0 or?
Yes.
Okay.
Level 0 characters, once they hit 0 HP, are dead.
Did you guys know that carbonated alcohol bubbles hurt your eyes?
We do now.
Yeah. Rum and Coke is a dangerous drink when you first pour it.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
He's dead.
Power through hell.
And one of the creatures is going after Billy the gong farmer.
No,
Billy!
not Billy.
Billy,
You're
Billy
the
boy.
Zulu.
you were the
Wait.
chosen one.
And that
Oh,
is
nice.
a 9 to hit Billy.
That will not hit Billy.
So Billy, the gong farmer, used to moving out of the way of people shinging shit at him, managed to deftly move out of the way. As a third one is going after Holly the costermonger
Fuck.
Everybody gets 1.
with a
Everybody gets
16
one.
for 2 damage.
Bye, Holly.
Holly's dead.
Holly's dead. No, Holly.
No.
She was so good at finding secret doors.
I also got that.
You
Too bad she
all
found the one to the other side.
sacrificed to the funnel. So
What
you
have you
guys are
done?
using digital character sheets, I think, except for Tom. So
Oh, I got a notebook.
okay, it is traditional in DCC to just grab that level 0 character and just tear them apart.
But if you don't want to waste paper, I guess you can make some origami.
Yeah, I guess if you like about the planners. I will rip this next.
Just tear your computer in half.
And that is 1 against Extrelio
No.
with
He's
a
gonna-
7 to hit.
No.
Extrelio lives to see another day
Fuck yeah.
as the last
Oh.
one.
So gonna be writing down in this in my book. Going to court.
Here we go. Going after Bruno the medicant
No. Okay.
with a 9 to hit.
My AC is 9. That hits, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
He doesn't. He
with
can still
1
survive.
damage.
Okay, I'm fine.
Oh.
I'm okay.
Like this is the first fight. We're not even at the place.
Yeah, so these
We failed.
human figures with their skin completely ripped off, just muscles exposed, bleeding everywhere, are just clawing at you with their nailed hands.
Well,
And
that's not fair. They can use more of their muscles because it's not bound by their skin.
yes,
Kinda
Baki the
true.
grappler rules.
That's I mean,
Oh.
it's more your fascia that limitates how much your muscles can swell, but it's kind of true.
Your skin only holds you back. Xavier, your characters are up.
Yay! All right.
Go get him, Billy.
Yeah.
Fuck
First
Billy.
off, Billy's gonna swing back
All right, what's Billy hitting him with?
It's
with
cock.
his trowel.
The literal shit shovel.
It still has shit on it.
Some serious shit.
If they do not die from this, they are going to get a serious infection.
Yeah.
What does it? What does a 20 do?
A 20 crits. Is that the first crit of the day?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, roll a d4.
Yay! D4 plus 1. Ha! 3.
3. Oh yeah, and that is modified by your luck score.
Oh, so 3. So 4 total. And then it just crits is double or do something else.
Wait, what's up?
Do crits just double the damage or do something else?
No, they do something special. You got a 4?
Yeah, 4 total.
So, Billy, the gong farmer, gets his shit trowel and just whacks this thing in the knee, inflicting an additional 1d4 damage with the strike, and the foe suffers a minus 10 penalty.
God damn it, Xavier.
It was on a...
We lost on that.
Wow.
There she is.
She's back.
I don't know what happened.
If you don't wiggle your mouse every once in a while, our Discord channel will kick you out of the chat and put you and fell asleep watching the hentai.
Oh, that's right.
Or in
Wow.
my case, it just
Right
kicks you
there.
out.
I think she just got DC.
All right. Yeah.
All right, yeah, you got to roll an additional d4 to this.
Woohoo! 4.
4 damage. So what total damage are you doing here?
8 damage.
8
Oh wait,
damage.
yeah. 8 damage total. With the lucky shit shovel.
With a lucky shit shovel, you just absolutely hit this thing in the knee. You hear muscle crack. You hear blood splatter as it just goes through, breaks through the other knee, and this thing is offered the sweet release of death.
Oh,
Was
How
that
do you
really
know?
a sweet release of death? Being
how did I
shoveled
know
again?
Billy was gonna be the one to fucking do this shit? God damn it.
X, you know what Billy's gonna become. He's gonna become
Oh.
a knight, and he's gonna keep the shovel.
That would be
gonna-
amazing.
That's going to be his coat of arms, is the shit trell.
He's gonna become Shovel Knight.
I want it.
Okay,
All right, you got
Funny
three
and
characters
amazing.
left.
You know it.
next character, you know what? Yeah, my butcher's just gonna run in and just chop one in the head.
Okay, with the butcher cleaver.
Yes.
My fucking elf. The one elf that gets attacked is the only one that doesn't have a real weapon.
Oh, he was your barrister.
Yeah.
That is a 19.
19 will hit. You're not a fighter yet, though, so you don't get that crit on 19 and 20.
Ah, it's fine. So I'll get a D6 plus 2. Ooh, 7 damage.
7 damage. So Frank the Butcher goes in and just cleaves one of these things right in the head. He is adept at the act of butchery, as this thing also goes down in the sweet release of death.
All right, now time for the people who aren't good at fighting. Percy Beef Fingers running in with his club.
Wait, you have two beef fingers?
No.
Ideally, he has 10 beef fingers.
I thought you said his name was Jeffrey.
All right, sorry. I miss Percy. Yes, Jeffrey Beef Fingers. Huh? And that's only 15.
15 will hit.
D4.
A d4 of damage.
Come to me. 4 damage.
4 damage. He clubs one of these
Actually, no,
things.
5 damage, because
5 damage.
strength.
Percy Beef Fingers, with his mighty sausage-like fingers, grips the club and hits this thing in the side of the rib cage with a sickening crack as it huffs with a lack of breath and expires.
Ooh.
And now on to your Elven Sage.
Apostrophus. I guess he's gonna try to stab one in the neck with his pen or something.
He can always go unarmed.
I don't know how smart that is for an elf. That's a 12.
12 will hit.
Huh? That's cocked. Huh? Yay, 2 damage.
2 damage. And Tom, your character's up now.
Finish him off.
Yeah, Shalasha shall knock and fire an arrow at one of the gross things.
All right, she gets to fire with a +1, due to being on higher ground than the other one, than
Yay.
the foe.
I have the high ground.
That's how it works in DCC. If you have the high ground and you're firing down at an enemy, you get a +1 to hit.
9.
9 will miss.
Darn. Well, now Nashandra shall knock an arrow, and fire at one of the gross things as well.
Okay.
With a natural 20.
All right. Give me that D4 plus luck.
2.
A 2. You stab the foe in the eye. Ugly bruising and inflict an additional 1d4 damage.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
What's the damage for a short bow?
I believe that's a D4. Actually, I have it right here. Short bow does 1d6, my bad.
Ooh. Then that's 7 damage.
7
Oh, wait,
damage.
no.
Nice.
No, I'm sorry, 8.
Where Shalasha failed, Nashandra succeeds as an arrow squelches into this thing, goes into the brain, and ending its existence.
And that's how an elf does it.
Ooh.
I believe you have 2 characters left.
I do have 2 characters left. How many enemies are left?
There is one that is currently engaged with Kyle's party.
So there's just one left?
Yes.
Go clap its cheeks.
The gluteal muscles are indeed exposed.
It's already injured.
Animo shall leap into action. But he doesn't have... Oh, wait, he does have a weapon. But I'm not going to use it. I want to try to wrap my grappling hook around his feet.
All right, why don't you give me an agility check? This will be contested, so I'll also roll the agility for this thing.
Well, I'm trying to roll... Okay, I got a 14.
A 14. The creature gets an 18. So
Animo, you daft bastard.
I believe we have 1 character left.
I do have 1 character left. With a quill.
The elven barrister, they're going to go in and try to stab this thing.
I will try to throw my quill like a dart.
Okay. Give me an agility roll.
Fucking course, fucking 17.
You got a 17. 17 will hit, and a dart does 1d4 damage.
That's 4.
4 damage.
Yeah.
So Extreliel, the chaotic lawyer, just sick to death with paperwork and lawyering, just decides, fuck this thing, grabs his dart, and hits this thing right in the eyeball and kills it.
Fucking elves putting in work.
And with that, all of the foes are expired.
Woo! We survived with only 2 deaths?
1 fatality.
2 fatalities. You lost
Two
a
figures.
costermonger and a caravan guard.
Right.
At which point it is customary to loot their dead bodies.
Got it. I was waiting for you to let me say that.
My flint and steel, my fruit, and copper. Does anybody want a knife?
Well, hold on. Now we have to figure out who the next of kin was, who the estate goes to.
Oh,
Huh?
the elf should know.
I think in this case, the next of kin is who the person died next to, and that was. So
I like the idea that Shirley is trying to do this while pocketing things.
right. But does anyone need a knife for one of their guys?
Well,
The
all mine
Shirley
have
needs a
weapons.
weapon.
Yeah, you can have a knife. It's 1d4 damage, but it's something.
I was gonna say, Tom, I do believe your lawyer no longer has a quill.
I no longer have a quill unless I can retrieve it.
Well, why don't you roll
You
under your
can.
luck?
I have to roll under my luck?
Yes.
Yes.
The quill is surprisingly still intact.
Aha, I can dual wield now.
Yo.
Can I also retrieve my arrows?
Well, roll under your luck for those characters as well.
That's a no for Nashandra and a yes for Shalasha.
All right, Shalasha is able to successfully retrieve one of their arrows.
Considering, I guess, since it missed the mark.
And with that, the night in the forest goes quiet once again, other than the whispering of the wind through the trees and the ominous light of the horn moon coming down through the pines. Coming up along the trail, you can see there's a bit of a crest up ahead.
What does the crest look like? What's this emblem?
I will say it is more of a geographical crest, as in a hill, than a coat of arms.
Oh, it's not a crest of flames?
No. This isn't Fire Emblem.
Cool.
Not yet.
My characters will walk up the crest.
Alright, coming over the crest. Heading further east in the direction of the fiery red star, the forest soon thins out. Stopping at the edge of a cliff were two flayed forms, hanged crucified at the threshold of a natural rock bridge. Some horridly obese bats land on one of the corpses and begin to happily gnaw at the still dripping muscles. The stone bridge is roughly 50 feet across and leads to a rocky mount that forms the foundation on which an ancient keep looms. Its stone walls weathered and scarred with the erosion of time. Atop its highest standing tower, you spot a silhouetted figure dancing in the crimson light of the falling star. Chanting voices carry over and echo in the valley below.
The fat bat.
Yeah, so basically up ahead, coming over the crest, you see there is a natural stone bridge connecting the edge of the forest that you've come to the ancient keep, which basically stands on a giant stone pillar. And there seem to be two crucified figures on your end of the bridge where there are these two fat, bat-like creatures gnawing on the exposed muscles.
Can we identify these figures in any way, or are they just people that were crucified?
They look very similar to the things you just fought off. They are human beings, perhaps human, perhaps elvish, judging by the height. And their skin has been completely flayed off as far as you can tell.
Disgusting.
Having fun.
Alright, everybody wrote some poo on you, so the bats don't want to eat you.
Says the gong farmer to the rest of the group.
I mean, I feel like that's not the worst.
I think you just don't want to be the only one smelling like shit.
I've trained in the poop.
I mean, we still have the torch. We could light it on fire and try to throw it at them, or like divert their attention.
Maybe. But I think they want meat.
There might be a
You don't-
firearm that needs replacing.
Fire where?
No, the fire alarm. They said they keep hearing a beeping.
Oh yeah. We haven't changed the battery for that.
No, you don't need to change those.
The battery's fine. You can hear it beeping.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you all planning on doing here?
Dying.
Well, that's always part of the plan, isn't it?
All right. Everybody light a torch so you can smack one with fire, just
I
in
don't have
case.
a torch.
Well, there's only 2 of them, right? So we already have one lit torch.
Do the big scary bats see the torch then?
Yeah.
Are you getting close enough to bother them?
No.
I mean, yeah, if we can avoid them, that'd be cool.
They seem
I want to. I mean, can we? I want to see if we can light something else on fire, throw it, and then see if they'll follow that. Just cross.
I will say you can probably find like a dried pine branch with a lot of dried needles on it if you want to try something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you pick up a dried branch full of dried pine needles, and if you put it up to the torch, it's going to pretty much ignite right away. So if you're gonna, are you gonna try throwing it directly at the creature, feasting
No.
on the flesh? Or are you gonna try?
Try to throw it to the side, but like close enough that they'll see it, but to the side.
All right, why don't you give me a roll under your strength for the character throwing it?
Call, please roll a 1. It'd be hilarious. You start a
COVID.
fucking forest fire.
And no, I rolled an 18. Definitely didn't roll under anybody's strength.
And so you grab the branch and you try to throw it, and it kind of and falls down pretty nearby.
It just it travels like 2 fucking inches.
And being dried pine, it is quickly expended.
Well, that almost worked.
Yeah. Anybody else have any ideas?
We could try that again, but better.
But with the poop.
Somebody stronger want to try throwing something?
I'll have my halfling try.
All right. Why don't you also roll under your strength as you try to distract them with the object?
Hey, we're good. Well, the 9 out of 16.
All right. So you grab the burning branch and you throw it, and it lands to the left of the 2 flayed corpses as the large bulbous bat-like creatures turn to look at the burning branch. And you see that these aren't bats at all. These seem to be what look like the faces of children with bat wings sewn to the sides of their head. And they kind of hiss at the branch and go back to gnawing on the corpses.
This is the worst fucking day ever.
I said this is a horror and heavy metal inspired adventure.
Pretty fucking metal. No, one of my characters is saying that. Like this is the worst fucking day.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Ooh, camouflage.
If you want to see the cover that was printed out, there we go.
Oh God.
Hey, look, it's the bat head thing.
Yep.
So they're busy gnawing on some shit.
No one's gonna cover them
We're
up in
trying to
poop.
go into.
Fine, cover your arrows in poop.
Deal.
Is somebody trying to fire at them? Or what are you all doing?
How deep is the ravine that this bridge is
Certain death deep.
and it's 50 feet across.
Yeah, there's 50 feet between you and the keep on a stone bridge that is about wide enough to fit 2 people abreast.
Wait. Amino has an idea.
Okay.
Do we have another 50 do we have another 50 feet of rope?
Yes.
I have a
Yeah, I do.
Then we shall tie it to my grappling hook, or to the other part of my other rope that's attached to the grappling hook.
And then?
And then we We climb across, and then profit.
I don't-
Okay.
At not where these things are.
Are these things
True.
sitting in front of the bridge or like on the other side of the?
No, there's two crucified corpses on either side of the bridge, and they're both just kind of gnawing on the exposed flesh on these corpses.
But they're on our side of the.
Yes, they're on your side of the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we could try and fuck them up. We could try and sneak around.
Yeah, so the current plan, as proposed by Animo, the animal trainer, is to tie 100 feet of rope together and try to swing across, I believe, to the other edge of the keep.
Oh, we don't have to swing across. We can make a rope bridge.
You want to do like a like a one tight line and try to walk across it?
You don't have to walk. You can climb.
Yeah, or like crawl, sorta.
So we can either walk across the bridge, or everybody can die because they don't know how to fucking use rope.
It
The
is
two
your
options.
call, but I will say Tom's idea is the more DCC RPG of the ideas.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's fucking do it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I will say that you're not going to be able to get that horse that you have, Tom, to the other edge.
Oh. It's trained
But-
well. It knows what to do.
We come back out. The horse is eating the corpses of the flying things that it like kicked to death.
Ah, Bubbles.
Is that what you're naming your horse, Bubbles?
That is what I'm naming my horse. Bubbles, the crime-fighting pony.
So-
Also masked.
So, knowing these creatures are distracted, you all convene together, and Animo, the animal trainer, tells you his idea. You guys pull your rope together, and now all that is left is to try to create a rope bridge from one end to the other.
Animal will try to throw it.
All right, I'm gonna actually give you a DC for this one. I'm gonna say it is I'm gonna say it's an agility 14.
He got a natural 20.
He got a natural 20. So Animo,
Nice.
That is actually I wanted him to fail.
Animo, the master of acrobatics that he is, starts swinging this excess length of rope over his head, and just a pure display of finesse and poise and grace, manages to hook it on what seems to be a declining stone ledge at the other end of the bridge.
So we gotta tie it roll hard on one side, on this side.
Well, we can't tie it on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say there is a tree close enough that you could feasibly wrap the rope around it. But who's going to tie the knot?
Depends on what kind of check it is.
I will say it is a luck check to try to tie this thing successfully.
Oh,
I
Well,
could
I-
have my halfling try.
my hunter is good at tying knots.
I will remind you that there is a mechanic that has not been used yet. You can burn luck to add to any die roll that you wish.
Right.
Does that punish or no?
No.
No. Damn. Hard pass.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Different people can just keep trying to tie it.
Shalaska will tie the knot.
Technically, but
Am I rolling below my luck, or is it another DC?
I will say in this one, roll below your luck.
I rolled my luck.
That is still successful.
Woo!
And that was Shalasha.
Yes.
So Shalasha, the experienced hunter, probably used to tying rope in the forest, either to secure game or things like that. Ties a pretty good knot, and Shalasha tests it, and she feels like the rope line is pretty secure.
That was also my rationale.
All right. So let's do this one by one. Who's going first?
Sappho.
Jeffrey!
Yay!
Jeffrey's
remember,
gonna go. What do I need to roll?
Is Jeffrey going to try to like hold on to this thing and like basically climb across it, or are they going to try to
Yeah.
like put their hands out
No,
and
he's gonna
tiptoe
try.
across?
No, he's gonna try to climb across.
remember, fuck
I
up, you
will
die.
say, roll under your strength, as you are just using every muscle in your body to tighten up and kind of climb your way across this thing.
Woo! I did it.
All right. Jeffrey Beefinger manages to successfully cross the rope bridge.
Anima will follow.
Okay.
Hold on,
meanwhile-
I have a question.
Yes.
Hold on. Whose rope did we use to combine? Pal's or mine?
That's up to you all.
Because I was thinking whoever still has rope can maybe cut some so we can tie ourselves onto
Oh,
the thing and not.
Yeah, I still have 100 feet of rope.
So that
Yeah.
way, if somebody messes up, you can all die.
Yeah, we'll
No,
do
no, no,
that.
no. Like the one person that's climbing can tie themselves onto the rope and just drag it across. If they,
They're basically
Fall.
trying to secure themselves.
yeah.
Use the safety line. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, who's next?
Well, Anima was going next,
All
and
right.
he succeeded with rolling a 2.
All right. Animo successfully makes his way across. Who's next?
Be good, Bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
Bubbles is a good horse. All right.
Well, I guess
who wants to sacrifice one of their characters next?
I will try to sacrifice my butcher.
Okay. Frank the Butcher's going across next.
And that's not a number. It's also not a number. Fucking keyboard. He does it.
All right. Frank makes it across.
Nashandra will go.
All right. What does Nishandra get?
Gets a 9 against a 13.
All right. Successful.
And then quickly takes a swig of her water skin.
The water skin that's full of wine.
Yes. Elven wine.
The very finest.
Ooh.
All right. Who's trying next?
Gong farmer.
Okay.
Do it, Billy.
Billy,
Die, Billy.
die, you son of a bitch. No, why do you live?
Yes.
Strength 13 got a fucking 12.
There is a very powerful force in the world of Dungeon Crawl Classics where the character that you say, at least hopefully this one will die so the better ones may live, never works out the way you hope, as Billy the Gong Farmer makes it across.
Oh, it smells like plot armor.
No, that's shit.
Same thing.
Shalasha will go next.
Okay.
Barely. Rolled my fucking strength again on this one, and it was a 17.
All right. Shalasha makes it across.
Fucking Gong Farmer made the fucking rope slippery.
All right. Who
Okay,
wants
my
to go?
meta can
All right.
go.
Bruno's going next.
They're gonna try to tie, safety line it.
Okay.
I didn't roll under my strength.
Oh boy. Roll under your luck.
I didn't roll under my nut.
I hope the safety line works.
So Bruno is trying to struggle across. And Bruno, the medicant used to begging for a living, is not used to this sort of physical labor as their hands slip. As the rope line pulls taut, the knot comes undone, and you all see Bruno the medicant fall into the ravine.
I didn't even know what their job was.
He had some cheese dip, so I'm just gonna assume he was eating the cheese dip and his hands were all slippery, and that's what happened.
He got it. He got himself too cheesy.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like that safety rope did a lot of good, and auxiliary will go next.
Okay.
But He's going to climb on top of the rope and try to
All right.
tight rope walk across
In that case, roll under your agility.
like a fucking elf would. Fucking 14 against 15.
That was which one? Extraliel?
My last one who hasn't made it across.
So Extraliel the barrister, is seeing that attempts at safety have been for naught, manages to do the elvish thing and just kind of spread their arms out and just tiptoe across.
My wizard's apprentice is gonna see that and try to do the same thing.
All right, roll
God.
agility. Roll under agility.
I want to be like an elf too. Yeah.
This is your last character, right?
She has 2 more.
No, I have 2 more. This one I have just 2 left. I rolled under.
All right. So Tina the wizard's apprentice is
Finally.
like, anything an elf can do, surely a wizard can do better. As they manage to successfully make it across.
It does my heart good to see other lesser races emulate the elves.
All right. Apostrophist.
Minus
Doesn't
one
want
personality.
Apostrophist doesn't want to be shown up. He's like, I'm an elf too, and he got a 1. Oh
Nice.
wow! He has a 10. I thought I was like, yeah, he'll just fucking eat shit. Nope.
What's his strength?
Are you just wanting
Well-
your characters to die?
I mean, yeah, that's part of it. I want them to die in the funniest way possible, but they just live.
I respect you going for the harder role.
Yeah. I went for the tight walk. He's just like, I got this. I am an elf.
Apostrophist, despite decades, perhaps centuries of sitting and transcribing books for a living, still manages to dig into that elvish heritage of pulling off ridiculous stunts like falling and running across pieces of a crumbling bridge, and successfully makes it across. All right, who's got characters left?
Me. There you go.
Okay,
The cheesemaker's up.
they're gonna
Holy
Try to
shit!
hold
Where
on
we
and-
get 18 people from?
Horvid, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I'm good.
All right. Are we getting rated?
Yeah, with 9 more people.
Welcome,
Hey,
people.
Wait.
twice as many.
Oh, more.
people. Oh shit! Guys, stop.
Hey,
We're gonna get nervous, and then we're gonna mess everything up.
Speaking of which, all right,
No.
Kyle, your characters have watched everybody else successfully walk or climb across the tightrope.
Not everybody.
Almost
I
everybody.
can't wait to let everyone down.
Wait,
Now, now that we have an audience,
how many characters
just
you have left
splatter against the rocks.
on the that need to make the trick?
All right, I got a
He's got
6
3.
Yes.
out of 11. So
Nice,
my-
nice.
Braum makes it across. Just gonna rapid fire these off. My halfling gets a 5. So he's dandy over there.
All right. Before you take the last one out, cut the rope and swing across. We'll pull you up.
Oh god.
So we can keep the rope.
Would the
Yeah,
impact not just
I mean, it might knock the wind out of you, but you can still.
No.
The impact may
grab the
kill,
horse?
but we want
Smaller-
the grab the horse.
We can
Smaller
do-
races have less mass, right? So it's like ants.
He's a dwarf. He's denser.
Look,
Oh,
we can do
I know
it like
you're always my
Mulan.
audience. Alernos. I love you.
Like Mulan, they tied a horse to a rope and just pulled them up. So I don't.
Right, but the horse has plot armor. My dwarf doesn't. He has negative plot armor.
Yeah, you're a dwarf, so you have a smaller body mass, so you shouldn't take as much blunt force trauma from a
My
fall.
dwarf is okay.
So yeah, we got him. We got you. Just swing across and you'll be fine. We'll pull you up. We need Animo wants the grappling hook back. He's nothing with. He's not a
The
crime fighter.
grappling hook's on the side that you're on, though.
but I want the rope.
All right, fine. Grakthar is gonna wrap himself, tie around, and just be like, "Fuck it, let's do this," and just jump and hope he doesn't die on the end.
All right, and if he's gonna go for the heroic thing and just be like, "Oh fuck it, we need this rope," and to swing across with the grappling hook, I'm gonna ask you to roll under luck.
I can do that. I have done that. I got a
Wait, did you
13 out of
grab the horse?
15.
So what is
No, the horse
what,
can go fuck himself.
what is the Dorvish battle cry that Grakthar yells as he literally grappling hooks across?
Oh shit!
Drink if I die, lads!
And you'll hear that and just a dwarf slams against the wall, but he's still safe as he just kind of slides back down. And you all have managed to successfully come back, I will say, with 75 feet of rope.
Yay! Huh. Bubbles knows what to do when I'm not around.
Yeah, I will say Bubbles seems to look like they're turning around and trekking back to the village.
Okay.
As
He'll continue fighting crime while I'm not there.
I want to come back and Bubbles has massacred just everything that's come out of this place.
Oh shit.
So,
Okay, so we're all across.
yeah, you all have come across slightly right to where the bridge is. And those of you who started climbing across or swinging across, you will notice that there is a ledge that you've landed on that seems to be descending and going around the other side of the castle, as well as a slight incline going back up to the top of the bridge where you all decided to go around as not to engage with the bat-winged cherub heads.
Well,
So,
I say
secret
we
tunnel?
go down. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel!
They're gonna get us banned. Nickelodeon's
Yeah.
gonna hear you singing. It's gonna cut our audio.
Gee, man.
Oh man,
I feel like
big
if
Nick.
that happens, I'd be like,
Oh.
hey, we made it.
Speaking of Nickelodeon, do you know what today is for them?
What?
God damn it!
No, not
What?
gonna say it.
Don't say it. I know what you're talking
No.
about now.
I don't
I
know.
don't either.
There was an old
I'll send-
commercial in the early '90s. I won't actually say it, so that way, hopefully, Twitch audio doesn't catch it.
No, it wasn't a. It was a special.
Yeah,
that they were airing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Nick or Treat is what they called it. But if you say it
Oh.
quickly, it does not
Yeah,
sound like
yeah,
Nick or
yeah.
Treat.
Yeah. I
Oh.
And that was aired for children.
Yeah. And they were saying, the hosts were saying it pretty quickly.
Yep.
well, of course there were hosts. So I'm almost willing to bet the hosts were intentionally saying it quickly because of the way it's. I got two dwarves. I'm down to go into the ground.
Let's do it.
All right, so you all are climbing down.
Okay.
Who's gonna lead the way down?
Well, I think the dwarves.
Jeffrey!
God damn it, Jeffrey!
Jeffrey
the
volunteered.
climber.
Jeffrey will take point. The dwarves will stand behind him and push him forward if he slows down.
All right. The narrow ledge leaves barely any room to walk, and you must proceed in single file. Descending carefully.
There's a-
over- Go ahead.
I was gonna say, there's a reason the men of the Beeffinger clan don't live as long as the women.
What is Jeffrey's int score?
Jeffrey is actually he's more intelligent than most. He's got an intelligence of 12, but he's just so damn confident he doesn't care.
Hey man, one of my dwarves is dumb as the rocks he mine.
I can only imagine that the Beeffinger clan names their kids like the Bulgars in Lord of the Rings, where what is it? Frodo's friend from the Bulgar clan is Fatty Bulgar.
Yeah.
All right, so descending carefully around the rocky edge, you hear a fluttering sound, like wet parchment and the jingling of glass. Spiraling down from the sky are 3 severed child heads on outstretched flaps of skin, stitched where ears should be. Tied and dangling from the horrid things are several small bottles, each with a burning strand of rope that feeds into them. Roll for initiative.
We've been
Christ,
had.
this is disgusting.
These
What's
are not
my
the-
initiative?
These are not the
Yes.
same ones from before.
I rolled worse than the last time.
I rolled exactly the same.
Anae, what did you get?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Yep, there's the beep. Kyle?
13.
I would need a ladder to get up and fucking pull that thing out.
How about a step?
That's why it hasn't been changed.
How about an
Five.
axe?
There is
Stop
an axe
it,
on the kitchen
stepladder.
table. You could just,
What are you doing, stepladder?
There's an axe on the kitchen table. That's a sentence right there. I like that.
We could
it's-
probably stand on your desk, Josh.
I was gonna say I need to clarify, Kyle. It's my cooking axe.
Uh-huh. Somehow this made this so much more interesting.
It's the one I use because it has like
There's
a
an axe.
He uses it when he smokes.
yeah. It has a very nice hooked edge that I can use to pull open the hot smoker and stuff like that.
Oh,
It's
now
like
I
there's
want-
an axe on my kitchen table.
I want
That's
that
interesting.
again.
It's my cooking axe.
It's more of a cooking
Please
hatchet.
continue.
Yeah, I would say it's more of a hatchet than an axe. But Tom, what did you roll on initiative?
I got
Hatchet.
5.
5.
5.
Xavier.
I got a 9.
And for the opponents. That's for you all to find out. So they go
Oh.
first in initiative, and they are a little bit further away, and you can just see them just trying to like speed down to you guys as fast as they can. And they're going to use their full turn to fly to cover half the distance between the two of you.
Oh no.
And that is putting Kyle up at the top of initiative.
God damn it.
We're,
Defensive formation.
we're on the little ledge, right? In a
Yes.
single file line.
Yes. And it will
Okay.
be an agility 13 check to try to switch places with each other.
Agility 13? Fuck that. Holy
You,
shit.
you all are on a precarious ledge if you're going to try to run past each other or anything like that right now. So what are Brahm, Grakthar, and Ragbald going to do? I may have gotten one of those wrong. I can't.
Regibald.
Regibald. There we go.
Cry.
Yeah, sorta. I guess ready actions to attack
Okay.
if they get within range.
They are steadying their hammers and axes.
So that's about all I can do. I'm not throwing my weapons at these stupid things.
All right. In that case, Anae, your two characters are up. Tina and Iana.
Iana's gonna light one of the torches on fire
Okay.
and then wait.
Okay.
And Tina too. Tina's just gonna wait.
Okay. Holding actions. Xavier, your characters are up. You still have all 4.
Yeah, somehow.
so does
Some
Tom.
fucking how.
The thing is, as I roll randomly to attack you, the fewer characters you have, statistically, the less likely you are to get attacked. So slowly,
This
the
is
more
true.
characters you have, they slowly become a bigger target.
Hey, Yorkie.
Hey, what's
And
up,
you.
Yorkie?
How you doing, How you doing, Yorkie?
You missed two of my characters dying and some people having all
We
four
have,
still.
we have dwarves on a ledge, and anyone who has watched the one of the Hobbit series movies will tell you that's probably a bad place for them to be.
There's baby pets with wings attacking us.
Pretty
They're-
fucking metal.
They are currently being attacked by decapitated baby heads with bat wings that seem to have lit fuses on them. All right.
Ah.
So what are Fank, Apostrophus, Jeffrey, and Billy going to do?
Shoot them down!
With what?
Your handful of shit that you have.
We can
Yeah.
light it on
It
fire. I
is
keep
one of
saying.
Give them pink eye, man. Check a lot of shit in their face.
All right. Well, Billy's gonna get ready to smack one away.
With his gong trowel.
Yes.
Okay.
Um, Apostrophist is gonna try to throw his dagger or
Okay.
quill. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Apostrophist also has a quill for a weapon.
Yeah. That is a 19.
A 19 will definitely hit one of these things.
Hell yeah. For 3 damage.
3 damage.
Nice.
So Apostrophist takes his quill, kind of closes one eye, studies it, and successfully manages to pierce one of these things right through the eyeball. As you hear the blood-curdling screech of a child as this thing veers off and slams into the side of the cliff face next to you all.
My favorite sound.
And I'm going to say that quill's gone.
That's fair.
At
That's absolutely fair.
least you have a knife. Oh no, that's Tom has.
Yeah, Tom.
Tom has the knife.
All
Never
right.
mind.
You still have Jeffrey Beefinger and Frank the Butcher.
All right. So Frank is also gonna get ready to smack one if it get close, and Percy is going to try and use the dwarf next to him as a potential stepladder. Not yet, though. When one gets close enough.
Okay. Tom, your characters are up next.
Oh. Well, good thing I have range. Except for Amino.
Amino has a grappling hook.
That's true.
And
Grapple one of the fused
He's
bombs.
gonna grab one of these weird things.
It's like a diet kunai with chain.
Kunai with chain.
What is that?
Okay, yeah. Animo is gonna try to grapple hook one of them off, or one of them off the cliff.
Okay. Why don't you give me an agility check to try to grapple one of these little baby heads?
That's a 15.
That is a 15. This thing gets a 17.
Animo,
Tested? Fuck.
get your shit together.
So far, Animo has been successful 33.33% of the time with the grappling hook. But you still have 3 characters left.
This is true.
You have Extreliel, Shalasha, and Nishandra.
Then Nishandra shall try to fire arrow at the weird child thing.
Okay.
No, that ain't happening.
All right, 1 miss.
Come on, Shalasha, you fire the bow. That's a 14.
14 is going to hit.
Yeah.
But can you do damage?
I did 1.
1 damage. So this thing screeches, but you only manage to nick the side of its head. And it
Quit
is...
screaming. It was just a flesh wound.
All right.
Literally.
Do you still have 1 character left? Yeah, you have Extreliel.
Yeah, I do. I guess he will throw his quill.
Okay. Is he throwing it at the one that already got hit?
Yes.
Okay. Give me the attack roll.
That's a 17.
17's gonna hit. Can you deliver?
That's 2 damage.
2 damage. That's all you needed as one of these other cherub heads veers off to the side of the cliff face and explodes. As the last one comes hurtling down. And let's see who it's going to attack. Yeah, that's 2 death by quills by these things.
Quills don't fuck around.
Seriously. Those quills are doing fucking work.
Chain. forget what that joke was from.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, the kunai whip chain.
Kunai with chain.
Kunai with chain.
It's one of the latter seasons of not the original run of Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've seen the clips of Sean Chevmal as a woolly mammoth.
Oh yeah, as fucking Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger.
just,
That was actually, I think, the second series, GX, if I remember correctly.
I think so. So this thing, the last cherub head with a lit fuse on it, is going after Nishandra as it slams into you, Nishandra. And you need to make a DC 13 Fortitude or Reflex save to either try to tank it or move out of the way.
Oh, she's an elf, so she will move out of the way.
Okay.
I have to roll what?
Reflex.
No, but what do I have to roll?
Roll a d20 and add your reflex bonus.
What am I going against, though?
A 13.
Well,
Burn some luck.
no amount of luck is gonna. She has negative luck.
You can burn the luck. You're gonna have even less than what you have.
Oh, I have. Oh, and I have to beat a 13, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll burn 6 points of luck, so I get a 13.
You are burning 6 point. Okay. In that case, it's half damage. Which
I
will
thought that was
be
to get out of the way, right?
yeah. Well, it's an explosion, so you're trying to move out of the way for half damage.
Oh, well then. Okay.
That is 2 damage,
Dead!
which it halves to 1. Do you only have 1 health?
I only have 1 health.
So it goes.
No, the wine.
As Nishandra, the elven navigator, gets blown off the side of the cliff, and all of the bats are gone. Yes, Yorkie,
Wow,
this
shit.
is Dungeon Crawl Classics, which is an old school Renaissance version of basically D&D 3.5.
Kunai with chain.
And so now I believe everybody but Xavier has lost at least one person.
Oh, don't worry. I'm trying.
Guys, we have to band together to protect Billy.
You
Miller.
son of a bitch.
I'm down. Let's go.
Right, but something interesting has happened.
Ooh.
It seems as though the explosion caused by those black powder bombs attached to those cherub heads has opened a crevice in the side of the rock wall, the cliff face. And you see a charred skeleton fall out over the ledge coming out of this crevice that's been made and fall down into the ravine. And you see it seems to lead inside of the cliff face.
Oh, cool.
Do you
Easy
all-
dubs, boys.
Do you guys wish to go in, or are you going to continue descending down?
Oh, the hard one. What do you guys think?
What? Might as well go in.
Our characters are villagers, so therefore they have ADD. So we have to go into the hidden
Ooh,
place.
new path.
Yeah.
A new path is opened. So you enter a plain corridor constructed from smooth stone and mortar. To the right is a pair of double doors with bronze handles.
Don't lose.
To the left of the... No, hold on. My bad, that's the wrong description. Pretend you didn't hear that.
That's the end of
That's
dungeon.
the end of the adventure. No.
Be amazing. It would not be the first time we pulled that kind of shit.
Like, huh? Would you look at that? We just have to sacrifice someone. Speed strats.
Oh yes, damage boost.
Yeah. Remember that one time, Tom, where you were like, "Nah, we should go to the left," and we were just like, we went to the left every single time and just went around this entire fucking maze straight to the last boss.
Subverted like 7 fucking rooms.
telling you, left is the way to go in mazes. Just always go to the left. That's where ballers go.
I think we had like one boss or one fight before the boss. Skipped like 3 hours worth of content.
So, ears ringing and clothes scorched with black smoke. The smoke clears. The cliffside is splattered with all manner of brains and blood. A charred skeleton slides out of a newly opened fissure, plummeting to the valley below, which I just described. Looking inside, you spot other skeletal remains lying in carved alcoves. On a stone bier in the center lies a malformed skeleton.
Oh God, we're in a Skyrim dungeon.
You
Where's
must
the
be
water?
going the right way.
What do you all wish to do?
Or you could say we're going the white way.
Cyrodiil.
What's up?
Go back to Cyrodiil.
Cyrodiil's a
God.
long way away, boys.
Let's fuck shit up.
Alright, but yes, there are several alcoves with skeleton, and in the middle is like a raised bier or like a dais with a misshapen skeleton on it. What do you all wish to do?
My wizard's apprentice is gonna look closer at the thing in the middle.
Alright. So Tina, the wizard's apprentice, goes up to the deformed skeleton and sees a deformed and misshapen skeleton lies wrapped in what were once fine furs and is crowned with a simple forged iron crown. Its bony fingers clutch the handle of a longsword with a hilt sculpted like the antlers of a stag. Carved into the steel are a series of runes.
Oh shit! Get the sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. That makes me
What-
nervous. 'Cause-
What does the rune say? What does the rune
Do you want?
say?
Do you want Jeffrey to get the sword? Because he'll do it.
I want to read the runes before we
We'll
touch
get-
the sword.
I'll tell them what's there. So
Who's going to try to read the runes?
who can
The
read
dwarf.
runes?
Well, typically, in order to perform an action like this, since it's not really a class-based system yet, whoever has an occupation that would feasibly allow them to read runes can try to read them.
Would my elven sage be able to?
An elven sage would be able to attempt this, as well as a wizard's apprentice, for example.
An
I'll
elven.
attempt as well.
What about a dwarven blacksmith? He probably carves runes into shit all the damn time.
Good
No,
point.
you're a regular blacksmith, not a
Yeah.
magic one.
Just says dwarven blacksmith. Saying.
Dwarven blacksmiths inherently magic?
What about
I
animal?
think
I was according to Norse mythology, you'd be absolutely correct. So you know what? I will allow the three of you to make a DC 13 intelligence check to try to decipher the runes.
What
Oh
about
yeah.
an animal?
Wait, 13?
Yes. So roll a D20 and beat a 13 and add your intelligence to the roll.
I got a 15 with a -1. It was a 16 with a 15 total.
Couldn't get it.
All right. What about
I'm-
you, Xavier?
I'm looking for my D20. I'll just grab another one.
How did you lose it? You were just
I
using
rolled it and it fell off.
He's got a dice goblin.
Like I rolled it, it bounced off, hit my foot, and it's somewhere in my room still, but you know, I don't fucking know where.
We're not playing at Tom's house anymore, so I'm not the one losing my dice.
Give it some time.
All right. Woo! I got a 1.
You got a 1?
Wait.
Yep.
All right. So the only one able to read it right now is the dwarven blacksmith. And the runes are written in a somewhat older script, but you are still able to read that the blade reads, Silvalum, blade of Rulreed, slayer of the Yasak, and the king of the Eastern Wood. And you can tell innately that this is no normal sword with your eye for metalcraft.
Does somebody want to try to take it?
Well,
Jeffrey.
This is a really nice sword, but I have a really bad feeling if we try and touch this, crazy shit's gonna
Jeffrey!
happen. All right, cool. I'm gonna have my guys back away
Me too.
all this shit while Jeffrey grabs the
Huh.
sword.
Shalasha and Ashtalia shall back away, but Animal likes the cut of Jeffrey's jib.
So Jeffrey
Jeffrey's like, cool
Beeffinger,
sword. Yes.
do you tell everybody what it says, Kyle, or do you just explain?
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, no, I'll say. It's like
Alright. So Jeffrey,
I'll give him the rundown and then I'll say what the thing is.
So Jeffrey,
So, yeah.
hearing that this is the sword of an ancient king and seems to be of exceptional quality and make, grabs the sword, pulls it out of the bony fingers, which crumble into dust. As he holds it up, and the blade seems to glow with a silver light for a brief moment, and it almost seems as though the sword sings out to you and calls to you for justice and righteousness, Jeffrey.
Yes!
Jeffrey!
That happened.
As you hear, a new hand touches the beacon.
God damn it.
Does everyone hear about the justice?
No, this is almost just like a feeling coming into Jeffrey B. Fingers as he picks up this sword.
This is a mighty righteous sword.
How alive are the rest of the skeletons?
It seems that there is no movement coming from the rest of the reliquaries.
What else is in the into?
There are several alcoves which hold various bodies, all decayed for centuries at this point.
Can I just take a quick look to see if I find anything?
Sure, roll under your luck.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, you're looking at these skeletons, and these things are centuries old, and their clothes just seem to be almost withered to absolute scrap at this point as you're looking through them.
My halfling will get a 6 out of 15. Do I find anything fun?
Yes, you do. You seem to find a small assortment of jewelry, hidden such things as like just fingers or like silvery chained girdles around some of the waist and stuff like that.
I would like to get some of that jewelry.
Okay.
Put it on.
Shalashers will also search.
Okay.
Extra
Roll under your
roll.
luck.
Be right back.
Okay.
I got a 3.
A 3. So a 3 is successful. So all in all, between the two of you basically scouring these alcoves, find a total of 25 gold pieces worth of jewelry among the dead.
Nice.
I'm a hunter. Jewelry has no use to me.
What if it's magic jewelry?
I can't use magic.
But yes, Jeffrey B. Fingers, as you are holding the sword, you are hearing a voice in your head which echoes to you the words that the dwarven blacksmith told you, as it says, "I am Silvalum, blade of Rulreed, slayer of the Yasak, and king of the Eastern Wood."
That's dope as hell. What wrong needs to be righted?
The undead must be removed from this world. A foul abomination in the eyes of law and the forces of righteousness.
I accept.
So
I
it's
like the idea you're speaking out loud like this, so all we hear is what wrongs need to be righted, and then I accept.
Do you accept the terms and conditions? Yeah.
But yes, Jeffrey B. Fingers has acquired Silvalum, the +1 longsword.
Jeffrey.
Is there anything else in the place?
Between the sword and the jewelry that has been found between the two people basically ransacking these skeletons, that seems to be the extent of what's here. Other than a door at the other end of the room from which the fissure you came in.
Neat. Let's go through that door.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Percy's just like, or Jeffrey's just like, well, I don't need this anymore, and then tosses the club to the sage.
You're a nerd.
you go.
Yes, as a halfling now
I don't have
has
to reach your lunch.
an enchanted holy longsword.
Dwarf.
So opening the door at the end of this catacomb, you see a narrow passage with steps winding up. which now leads you into the thing I was reading originally. You enter a plain corridor constructed from smooth stone and mortar. Going to your right is a pair of double doors with bronze handles, and going to the left, the corridor continues straight, disappearing into darkness. Hanging from the walls are several moth-eaten tapestries.
Well,
Should we try the door or going down the corridor?
Double doors.
yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Let me just give me a moment real quick to check something. I have to have have the map in front of me. It's a good thing I have it on my computer and the printed map. This has been helpful. So you come to the
Nice.
double doors. The double doors creak open, revealing a wide octagonal room. Embedded in the center of the floor is a large metal plate. Bookshelves on the left side of the room are arranged in a semicircle. The shelves appear to be filled with tightly wound scrolls, dusty books, bottles of various shapes containing a multitude of colorful fluids, bone fragments, and other miscellaneous items. On the right side of the room stands a long table cluttered with various items. Towards the back of the library, red tinted light filters through a set of glass doors that bang open and close as the wind whips up from the valley. And there is a sort of abominable sight that you see, as what seems to be an empty case of human flesh with graying hair at its sides and mottled flesh riddled with sores seems to be just pulling books out of these library shelves and placing them in different places.
Does it notice us?
I will say not yet. That sounds like Jeffrey B. Fingers is about to do something.
Yes.
And what's that?
Well, he takes a sword out, points it at it. He's like, "Hey, you! Are you the undead guy?"
Are you standing like in the doorway, or are you getting like up to this thing and pointing your sword at it?
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
I'm gonna get as close as I can.
All right.
As I walk up to it, I'm gonna start putting oil on my sword.
So you all just see Jeffrey Beefinger, silver sword pointed, as this thing starts to glow, a silvery light, as he gets closer to this seemingly empty sack of flesh in vaguely human shape. And as he gets closer, the thing turns to him, and you see this thing is literally hollow skin as it looks at him with empty eye sockets, and it just seems to be dripping this yellow ooze out of like a large wound that goes from its shoulder down to the navel, revealing the empty interior of this sack of skin. As you almost hear a sort of hollow as it turns to Jeffrey B. Fingers.
I'm here to kick your ass.
Roll initiatives.
Oh,
There's only one. That means it's gonna be beefy.
oh no.
Oh no, my best reflex score. It's gone.
You now have to use your second best.
Same modifier. Ooh. I rolled exceptionally well.
All right. Anaí, what is your roll?
12.
Kyle, what did you get?
14.
14. Tom,
21.
21.
Hi.
Xavier,
I got an 18.
18. You guys did really well. All right, now let me roll for this
Time.
corrupted sack of flesh.
Starting to get used to my middle of the range numbers being good.
First I rolled a 4, then I rolled a 3, now a 19.
It's a big jump.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, I got 9 the last 2 times.
Yorkie, just accept it.
All right. Tom, your cadre of characters is up first. What are they going to do as they see this empty sack of old man flesh oozing yellow
Give me that
pus?
elven just.
Well, Shalash, I shall try to fire a missile or an arrow at the gross thing, preferably in its pre-existing shoulder to navel wound.
Okay. Give me the roll.
That's a 14.
14 will hit.
Yay! That's 5 damage.
5 damage to the empty sack of flesh. All right, you got 2 characters left.
Oh right.
It's okay. The combat will go by faster as more of you perish.
Um. Well, Excedrial can't really do a lot unless he wants to throw his knife, and then he can't do a lot.
You can stab it.
Now, if he doesn't have a knife, if only he had a kunai with chain. Um. Does this thing have legs?
It does appear to have a pair of legs, but it seems like this thing is completely hollow on the inside. How it is standing and shambling around is a mystery to you.
Animo is gonna try to trip him with the grappling hook.
Okay, give me the ability check.
Oh, that's an 18.
Watch it roll a 21. No, it's okay.
Do it.
I only have a d20. But it does have a +1, as it gets a 3.
Yay!
Trip the ooh.
Ooh. He's been trying to do this all night. Let him have his thing.
So as you wrap the grappling chain with the rope around this thing's legs, you almost see the skin where the legs are just sort of squish in as the rope goes taut. This thing is clearly empty on the inside if that wasn't already apparent.
Yeah, but now he can't move his legs without tripping.
Yeah. All right, one more character left on your turn. I believe your lawyer is left.
He'd like to call for a mistrial.
No.
That thing has no flesh on the inside. It shouldn't be able to stand.
Ref, what is this?
I call the gods as my witness.
You know what? He's been pretty good at it. So yeah, he'll throw the knife.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Give me the agility check.
That's an 18.
18 will hit.
Compadre. How much is the damage?
1d4.
That's the same as my quill. That's 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
In what fucking world does a quill do the same amount of damage as a knife?
It's a very sharp quill.
Yeah, you never been stabbed with a quill?
You know what? Maybe there's that one time at the park.
All right, Xavier, your set of characters is up. I'm assuming Jeffrey B. Fingers is going up.
Yes, absolutely.
As you hear the grandiose voice in your head saying, "Reave it! Reave it from this plane of existence!"
Ah! As he charges at it and tries to chop its fucking head off.
All right.
Whatever he can perceive as one.
This thing definitely has an area that seems to be the head. And part of that big gaping wound that it seems to have extends up to its mouth, which just seems to hang open in 2 separate flaps.
Does it feel dirty for Jeffrey to be wielding a sword and not an axe or a hammer?
I mean, he's a halfling, so I don't know.
I thought Jeffrey was a dwarf.
No, not
Huh?
beef fingers or halflings.
Oh.
They're just very dwarf-like because of their beefy fingers.
It's an understandable mistake for the common person to make.
They're short, they're kind of stout, but they're not quite as hairy.
All right.
Uh,
It's pretty different.
As Jeffrey Beefingers swipes at this thing with Sylvalum, it actually gets a +2 to the attack instead of the +1,
Nice.
as the sword glows with a silvery light.
Ah, shit. I dropped it again. Wait, I found it. Oh. Damn it! 19.
19 will hit, and Sylvalum crits on 19s and 20s, as you now find out. So give me a d4.
For the damage?
No, for the crit.
Oh, okay. What's the damage on the sword?
The sword is...
D6?
No, it's a long sword, so it is doing a... should be a d10, I think.
Oh, God.
Let me double check. Yes, oh no, longsword is a d8. I was thinking of D&D 5th edition.
Great sword. Alright, well, that's a 4 on the crit, and 7 plus 1 damage, 8.
So a 4 on the crit table. You strike at this thing's kneecap, or what would be the kneecap, inflicting a further 1d4 damage. And just slicing into the flesh of this thing, and further hampering its ability to walk away.
3 damage, so total, 11?
Okay. You are inflicting some serious gashes on this thing, but it is still up and about.
Alright. Well, I guess meaty boy Frank the Butcher is gonna try to carve some meat. With 14.
14 will hit.
Nice. D6 plus 2, 5 damage.
5 damage. So this thing just collapses as Frank the Butcher hacks into it with his cleaver. And you see the flesh just sort of crumples into a sort of yellow, slimy, putrid mass.
Gross.
Very.
Jeffrey high fives Frank.
And you all
So,
once again
Jeffrey-
have leave of the library that you seem to have walked into. To reiterate,
Jeffrey will ask the sword if there's more undead.
I feel not the presence of the foul beings within my eye of sight.
Oh, how far can you see?
Not at all. Why don't you roll under your intelligence, Xavier?
Under my intelligence, I think I am completely average. No, I'm slightly above average, so they'll should. Yeah. Yay, I did it.
It seems as though from the glowing indicator, it seems as though Sylvalum glows in the presence of the undead.
Ah, okay. Alright.
Hence the silvery light which radiated from it as you approached the mass of flesh.
That's cool as hell.
But yeah, to reiterate, in the middle of this room there is what seems to be library shelves arranged in a semicircle to the left, a metal plate in the middle of the room, and a table to the right, as well as, I believe, red stained glass doors up ahead.
Tina, my wizard apprentice, is gonna go look through the table. Where are all the little vials you said? were filled
They
in
seem
stuff.
to be scattered across the table and the library shelves.
Well, I'm gonna go look it through the library shelves and see if I recognize anything.
Okay,
Australia will also look through the library shelves.
okay.
As will my sage.
What a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh, books. It's okay. I would have done the same thing.
What are we rolling under?
Hold. Let me double check. For the first two that said it, Anai, give me a D6, and Tom, give me a D6.
Uh,
I got one.
I got 2.
All right. So, looking through the shelves, Tina, the wizard's apprentice, finds a glass decanter containing a slimy, phallic looking thing that wriggles slightly, stirring up bubbles amidst noxious fluid.
Uh huh. Yeah.
And which
You
one of
have
your
to rub
characters,
it to
Tom,
get the.
was going through the shelves?
Extrilliator.
So Extreliel, the elven barrister, finds a plain iron lantern. Glowing from within is a continuously swirling cloud of green gas. And it gives off a faint green tinted light up to 10 feet as you pick up the lantern.
I seem to have found a lantern.
And for the last one, the Apostrophus, roll under your luck.
What is his luck? It is. Whoo! That's a hard sell. Can I do it? Does his luck apply to this roll?
No.
By God, he did it. I got a 2.
So looking through the shelves, it seems as though anything left of use other than the two items found by the other villagers is pretty much molded and rotted at this point. The texts crumble as you pick them up in your hand, but it seems as though there might still be something left on the table.
Ooh. What's on the table?
Why don't you also give me a d6?
Yeah. I got a 4.
A 4. You discover a hefty scroll bound with an unbroken wax seal and printed with unusual hieroglyphs. The first seal shows a nude woman standing before a dog-headed figure with outstretched wings. The second seal depicts the dog-headed figure wrapping its wings tightly around the woman in a strong embrace.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Oh. Oh. I'll look around. Does anyone know what this would mean?
I mean, I found a penis.
You're right. These might be connected.
This is a crypt of perverts.
Yeah, what kind of weird sex cult did we stumble on?
Is there anything else on the table?
Looking through the table at this point, it is going to be much the same as the rest of the shelves. You are essentially looking at just molded, rotted items at this point, as it seems these things have been left here for a very long time.
My cheesemaker wants to look at. Did you say there was a steel plate or something like that?
Yes, there is a steel plate in the middle of the room
My
on
cheesemaker
the
wants
floor.
to look at that.
So you go up to the plate and you see carved onto the plate is a dark sun with a serpent devouring itself as it swims between the rays of light given off by the sun. And as you look up, you kind of see reflected in the shiny metal surface of the plate, there is another plate up but sort of tilted, as though it is almost tilted towards the stained glass doors to the upper end of this room.
To the red ones?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna point that out to everybody.
Huh.
You wanna go outside? Go outside? Should we move the red door, the red windows? See if anything happens.
Yeah. Okay. Who else was looking at the table, or somebody looked at the table, right?
Well, my sage. That's about it.
But
Sage.
Anahi, one of your characters, looked at it afterwards, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. There is one other item. There is a wooden box with a hinged lid,
Okay.
as well as
Well then,
Yeah, I suppose Xavier's character who was looking at the table would see this as well. There is a wooden box with a hinged lid, pieces of parchment written in a dark reddish brown ink, a quillen ink, as well as scraps of leather made from human flesh, some large sewing needles, twine, and many other fetishes made of bone and feather.
What the fuck?
so it's like a bookmaking area, a book binding area, probably.
Do any of you wish to look through these things upon the table?
Animo will.
What's Animo going to pick up off the table?
What were the things?
There is a wooden box, some pieces of parchment, as well as a quill and ink, and some scraps of leather, as well as the sewing needles, twine, and other fetishes of bone and leather.
Oh, fucking Australia will also take the quill and ink. He just happily.
Aha!
Okay. And Animo will will open the box. He wants to know what's in the box.
Oh boy. So the box seems to have a simple hinge with no lock, making it easy to open. There's no effort in opening this.
Is it a puzzle block?
No, it's not a puzzle box. But inside is a drying piece of flesh, a face with a scalp of raven hair still attached. All of you, anybody looking inside this box would immediately recognize this as the face belonging to the village beauty Balessa, who was the first person to go missing.
Oh, that's a shame.
Doesn't somebody have a love letter from her?
I guess I do.
I believe it was Billy.
It
No,
was
it
your character with the highest luck stat, Kyle.
it was Holly. Holly had it.
Wow. Holly was dead.
Sorry,
No,
sorry, but your girlfriend Holly looks like you're dead too. So, but I mean, I still have the love letter for whatever that's worth.
Perhaps they will meet again in the next life.
Right?
But yes, that is what was inside the wooden box. And you said Extreliel was picking up the quill and ink.
Yes.
As you pick up the bottle of ink, it is very clearly not ink, but in fact blood.
Metal.
How
It's blood.
how drab and barbaric.
It's blood.
Which is mean.
It's blood.
Intoxicating aroma.
But yes, other than that, all that is left upon the table are the scraps of parchment, as well as the scraps of leather, and the sewing needles and the twine.
I don't suppose anyone wants this face.
I'll take the sewing needles.
Only if you take the face too.
This is the deal.
I don't know about that.
Alright. Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna suggest opening the red windows to see if the light maybe shines through. If anything happens.
those aren't windows. Those are just vats leading to blood.
Move it.
So somebody going over to those doors and opening them?
Yeah.
All right. I'm assuming it's one of your characters, Anai?
They
My
explode.
cheesemaker.
The cheesemaker, Iana, opens the glass doors and they swing inward. There is a balcony, its stone railings half fallen away, and it looks out over the horizon and the valley below. There is a large metal plate identical to the ones in the library embedded on the balcony floor and angled out towards the sky. A couple of startled headbats take flight from the railings into the open night, where the crimson star that has guided you here is swirling, torrents of flame bathing all of the land in red. Watching the headbats take flight, you notice candlelight flickering from an open window some 20 feet above.
Okay, I'll go tell everybody there's somebody likely upstairs.
Oh boy.
Ah, so we need to go
We
upstairs
could grapple
now.
up there.
Oh yeah.
Did somebody say grapple hook? And Mo is already swinging it.
Grapple and stab, man.
But before you all do that, those of you who looked at the library shelves, I believe it was Tina, as well as Apostrophis and Extreliel, would have seen that further back behind the bookshelves there was another door behind them.
So should we go through that other door or just try to climb up?
Well, let's see where that
Yeah.
other door goes first. Well, please
Sad.
tell hallway we'll just climb up.
So you're all going to the other door?
So-
Yeah.
Reluctantly.
As Animo puts the grappling hook away, I suppose.
Oh.
So you all open. Who's opening the door, by the way?
Jeffrey!
Jeffrey Beefingers opens the door, and he sees a room appearing to be in disarray. Papers, candles, and other items are scattered about the floor. To the right is a bed with a wooden frame carved into the likeness of great antlers. A dark wet stain of yellow film drips from the edge of the mattress. Hanging above the bed is a tattered tapestry. On one side of the bed is a large wooden wardrobe, and on the other side a nightstand. Set into the opposite wall is a broad stone hearth in which hangs an iron cauldron. On the far wall, faint moonlight filters through a small oval window just above a wooden desk where a chair has been knocked over. Wax remnants of burnt down candles cling to the flat surfaces throughout.
The hell happened here? Is this where that thing slept?
That would be a reasonable assumption. But yes, of notable thing in this room, there is the bed, the tapestry, the nightstand, and the wardrobe, the hearth, and a desk.
What is the tapestry of?
So, I'm assuming Jeffrey Beefingers looking at the tapestry.
Yeah.
He's you didn't get a good look at them, but they look like the tapestries you found in the hallway earlier. And this one seems to depict a young man receiving a blade of shining light from a beautiful woman in flowing red robes. A slender gray tower stands behind them.
I'm gonna go
Huh.
look through the what dresser? What did you say it
A
was?
wardrobe? There's a wardrobe and a
Yeah.
desk.
The wardrobe.
Okay, so as you open the wardrobe, you see it houses moth-eaten robes, worn boots, and a pouch.
What's in the pouch? Do I have to roll?
No, you open the pouch and you see copper and silver pieces.
Ooh, I'm gonna take them.
There is a total of 14 copper pieces and 11 silver pieces.
It's a lot of fucking money.
To you guys, yeah. It's like more than you guys make a year.
Shit.
God,
Can you
man.
imagine- Can you imagine finding that out in real life?
A sack full of money worth more than what you make in a year. If I found a sack worth more than like 30 grand, I'd be like, somebody stole this.
Yeah.
My
I would
mom
still
found
hold on
one.
to it.
My mom found a bag full of money and she returned it. They were rude to her.
That's messed up. But also, being on the border, if you find a large quantity of money just kind of out there, you shouldn't touch it because it might be cartel money.
Well, it was at the restaurant. It was at the
Okay.
restaurant.
I mean, as long as they don't know you took it.
That's a gamble.
I was like, that's a strong if, Kyle.
I mean, sure, but
Wait, are you just grabbing the money pouch and closing it, or are you gonna kind of rifle through this thing?
Yeah, I'm rifling through. I'm being a snoop.
Okay. Other than that pouch, if you move the wardrobe, you move these moth-eaten robes out of the way, and they sort of fall apart as you're just kind of moving them away. And you see behind the robes a concave metal circle with indentations cut into it.
Can I inspect that further?
Yes, getting closer to it, it seems to be some kind of locking mechanism.
I'm gonna try to move it around.
So you kind of wiggle it, and it's pretty stuck firmly in place.
I'll just tell everybody what I found.
What are the rest of you doing?
Looking out the window.
Waiting for the bad thing to
Longing.
happen.
I'll go look through the desk then.
Yeah, I'm assuming Amino looking out through the window sees that red light, the crimson light coming off of that star in the sky, just getting redder and redder.
So should the light be getting brighter, or is that normal?
Hmm.
Is any of this normal?
I'm a smith, not an astronomer.
I don't even know how to say the word.
I don't. I'm too drunk to say the word astronomer.
Yes, I'm assuming Tina or Iana's looking through the desk.
Iana this time.
Okay. So Iana, looking through the desk, sees an assortment of candles, papers, writing feathers, many of which are either broken or scattered about. However, there seems to be an open ledger on top of the desk.
Okay, I want to try to read it.
Okay, you pick up a ledger bound in dark brown leather and engraved with that same symbol you've seen before, of a dark sun with a serpent devouring itself as it swims between two rays of light. Inside are pages upon pages of faded notes, scrawled in a spidery hand. Flipping through them, you first notice the archaic speech, which is at first difficult to read. It is obvious these notes were written centuries ago. Are you going to continue reading it?
Yep.
A waking dream, whilst under the influence of the Black Lotus, hath revealed strange realms where the people both worshipped and feared me as their god. I know this was no dream, but a vision. I must find a means of transcending to these other worlds. And you go to the next passage. It seems I have discovered a use for those farmers in the village west of here. Their flesh is not tainted and mind corrupt, a thing dreadful to behold. In order to continue my work, I must be rid of it. And you go to another passage. Though I cut away the flesh, the horrid thing still lives. Last night it attacked me whilst I slept, and try as I might, there appears to be no means of destroying it. Fire does little to harm it, and in time it will regrow anew. Therefore, I have locked it away in the dungeons, where it will must surely rot over the long centuries. The chamber below. Oh.
Which one was it?
I'm here.
And the last passage you find that is still legible says, the chamber below is nearly complete, and my precious instrument, my blade, Atma Kanjir, forged of my soul, you will be my anchor. Soon many will know and fear the name Balarath Harid.
Okay.
I will say, Animo, you hear coming from back in the library a sort of squelching sound and almost wet slaps against the pavement.
Oh god.
Wait, where is it coming from?
Back in the library where you all just came from.
I believe there's a foul happening in the room of the books. The book room.
Kyle, what have your characters been doing?
Watching everyone else investigate things and not trusting this place.
Okay, they're not particularly investigating anything in this room.
No, not in particular. Just kind of staying on guard in case shit gets wily. Because the last time they thought they were in the clear, flying bomb babies came at us.
Fair enough.
Well,
What do you all wish to
Jeffrey's
do
gonna
now?
go check it out.
Is he going just balls to the wall, or is he going stealthily about this?
He's gonna go stealthily this time.
All right, why don't you roll under your agility?
As stealthy as a beef finger can. I don't do it.
So the blade, Sylvalum, starts to glow once again as you peek in the door. And standing right before you is that same sack of corrupted flesh as before.
Ah!
And everybody roll initiatives again.
I will not roll as good as last time.
Yeah, so you
Yep.
you basically hear all of this happen, Anai, as you finish reading that ledger.
Okay.
I'm assuming 2 and 2
Oh,
have been
comes
put
back
together.
out.
I rolled
This
an
is that
18.
thing.
Anai's got an 18. Kyle, what do you got?
17.
Tom,
I got a 4.
Xavier,
And he's
I
back.
got 16.
you got a 16.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, Anai, you are up first. As you finish reading the passage about this corrupted flesh and the warlock who made it.
Si se puede.
My Iana the cheesemaker is gonna grab. I have a 1 yard of linen,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try to cover the thing
Make
and
cheese.
try to roll it up or something, like a bag with it. And try to catch it in the bag.
All right, why don't you roll under your agility? Or no, yeah, just roll straight agility, like you're attacking this thing basically.
Yep,
What did you get?
I got a 4. Wait, you didn't say roll under?
No, I said roll against it.
Oh, so.
Well, I rolled a 4. My agility's 12.
This thing almost
what?
reflexively seems to move out of the way as you try to throw your linen sack around it.
All right, well then,
Why don't you now roll under your luck?
look. Oh shit. Okay. I rolled a 20.
A 20. So you brush against this thing as you try to wrap the sack around it, and you touch that yellow pus coming out of it, and it burns you as you take 1 point of damage.
Okay, I'm still alive.
Okay.
Ooh.
Barely.
All right. Well, I believe you still have one more character.
Oh yeah. Tina is going to, I guess, attack with a short sword.
Okay.
I'm rolling under agility.
No, you're attacking this thing, so roll
Yeah,
straight.
I mean, that's right. That's right. Oh my god, I rolled a 4.
A 4 will not miss this thing as it once again deftly moves out of the way. No bones or flesh hindering its movement as the flesh simply slinks out of the way.
Ooh.
And we go to Xavier. You are up.
Well,
Yes.
Percy's gonna do what Percy's gonna do. Or Jeffrey. In the spirit of Percy. Hopefully not the
original
suicide part. 17.
All right. 17 will hit.
D8. 7 damage.
7 damage to the corrupted flesh. As the thing almost hisses and the skin seems to bubble and pop.
Disgusting. Next is Frank, who is
Frank
probably
what?
gonna be the barbarian with a 20.
Nat 20. Roll a d4.
Eh. 2.
2. 2 on the table will be you jab the foe where its eye would be. Inflict an additional 1d4 damage with this strike.
Nice. 4, 3 plus 2, 9.
9 damage. This thing is still up.
Oh god. Well, time for Billy to fucking earn his keep.
Do it, Billy.
16
16 will hit.
with 4 damage.
4 damage. The skin is once again flaying and falling apart, but this thing is still up.
Oh. Apostrophus. Hit it with your club. 14.
14 will hit.
Ooh. That's 2 damage.
2 damage. This thing is up next.
Oh god.
As its flesh seems to tear apart into ribbons. And it is going after Apostrophus.
Oh no.
Retaliation.
And it gets a 14 to hit.
That's
That will
hitting.
hit.
That's killing.
And so this thing
Probably.
just sort of tears apart into fleshy ribbons as it just surrounds Apostrophus in a meaty, sickening shell. And he can feel his very flesh start to sizzle and pop as it seems as though this thing is starting to consume him.
Oh god.
As he currently is only taking 1 HP of damage.
Okay, he's fine.
And pick strength, agility, or stamina.
I'll go with strength.
Apostrophus loses 3 strength as his muscles start to burn and melt away.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
And Kyle,
Shit.
I believe it is
Oh.
your turn.
Okay. What the fuck are we fighting?
I believe one of you has the answer. Whether they've said anything is up to them.
Let's swing into it with my hammer.
Oh god, was it something I read?
Yes.
19, sir.
It was precisely the thing you read.
The only thing I remember is that fire doesn't do much.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Giving him the clubbing of a lifetime.
So this thing goes down, but you also do 2 damage to the person inside of it.
Oops.
Can I,
He's dead.
as they're attacking, tell them what you read?
Oh, what you read? Yeah. As the who was it that did this, Kyle?
Brahm.
Brahm's the one with the hammer, right?
Yeah.
So Brahm just goes and smashes this thing with his blacksmith hammer, and you hear the sickening crunch and a crumble as this thing once again starts to melt in a pussy yellow mass, just on the opposite side of the door in the library. And with it, you can tell that the flesh that was inside of it that was once Apostrophus has melted completely inside of it.
Yay, now everyone's gotten a dead character.
As Tino, the wizard's apprentice, immediately comes out and starts telling everybody that thing will eventually regenerate no matter what, and that it has
So how
been
do we stop it from regenerating?
that it has been locked here in order to prevent it from wandering the rest of the castle.
Can we lock it back up?
You can try, but as you noticed before, or as Iana the cheesemaker can tell you, that thing is acidic to the touch.
Right. Yeah, let's go upstairs now.
Oh, are we climbing up or are we actually going through?
Animo starts swinging the grappling hook.
So,
Yeah, we're climbing up.
so Animo jumps over that oozing pile of flesh and immediately starts swinging the grappling hook. Runs out the double red stained glass doors to the balcony, where he sees the candlelight
Don't
flickering
forget
from
to loot the
above.
body.
What's up?
Don't forget to loot the body.
Oh, oh, whatever was on Apostrophis is currently melting. But did he
Quick,
have
Yeah, I was
grab
like,
it.
there.
did he have anything he might have dropped that would have been useful, Xavier?
The large sack, maybe.
If any of your characters wants to take the sack as a condolence, I will allow it.
All right. Jeffrey will take it.
Oh no, that was your one elf, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No ranger for you this time, Xavier. I'm sorry.
I had the closest thing to an elf ranger, and she died.
All right, Tom. Why don't you have Amino give me that ability check to try to grapple onto the next floor?
What was it again?
Just roll under your agility.
Under my agility?
Yes.
Done.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right. Let me double check what room you come out onto. Yeah, you all having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The slow progressive murder of our characters.
That's what a funnel's all about.
Yeah.
Fitz is trying to knock my dice off the table.
That is a very typical thing for a cat to do.
Now he's
then-
trying to eat Rice Krispie. What's it called?
So knock Fizz off the table.
Well, now he's trying to eat some Rice Krispies.
Do unto the cat what it does to you.
All right. So you all, with the grappling hook, Amino manages to grapple onto the sill of a window.
I have saved us once again.
Seriously.
Climb before that thing comes back.
Yeah, with the grappling hook in place, this is a fairly easy climb. Well, for some of the nerdio among you, it might be more difficult than for the others. But with quick haste, you're able to quickly climb up into this windowsill and pull the rope up behind you.
What do we see?
That is what I'm about to explain. Candles burn poorly on the window seal, and as you climb through, your senses are assailed by the hot, stagnant air of death. The floor is covered in scattered bits of body parts and intestines.
Metal.
An endless sea of flies swirl over the putrid carnage. Across the blood-soaked room is a closed wooden door, and from beyond you hear a muffled scream emanate, "No! Gods, no!" Followed by a harsher voice. "Shh! Quiet now. Enjoy your becoming. Your purpose has been set. You are to aid in the arrival."
You're a bitch.
And that is what you hear.
Beep.
Quick, shoot some arrows.
Yeah.
Can I just
So yeah, you guys
can I
are
explore
basically.
the room? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah. It is essentially as I described. You guys are literally sitting in a room full of discarded body parts, just blood and entrails all over the floor, and flies. And on the opposite end of the room, from the windowsill you all just climbed through, you see a barred wooden door.
Valernos with the
Uh,
5 months.
Yo.
Thanks, Valernos.
We don't have our
Super duper.
alerts set up right now, though.
Yeah, I am doing this super last minute.
We're alerted.
I don't have everything else as nicely set up as Chaz usually does. But yes, what do you all do? Is you basically hear screams and hacking noises coming from the other side of this door.
Well, I guess we're gonna lift the bar or slide the bar, whatever.
I should have clarified, as you try to open it, that the thing is barred from the other side.
Oh, okay.
Don't try to open
Is
it
this
again.
a pretty sturdy door that we can't just break it down?
You
You
can
said
try to
it's
break it
wood?
down. Yes, it's wood.
What if we light it on fire?
I think you're an arsonist.
We have wine.
No, we don't.
I have wine.
Okay, yeah, as you get closer to the door, there is a lock on this thing. You can either try to lock it, you
Oh.
can pick the lock, or you can try to break this thing down.
I can try to pick the lock. I have a thing.
Okay, which one of your
Do it.
characters has a lock
Do
picking
the
set?
thing.
Do the
The
criminal.
dead one.
Which one?
Tina.
The Wizard's Apprentice?
Yes.
Okay, since I believe that was one of the
Wizard's
bonus items
Apprentice.
she ended up with, because she's a Wizard Apprentice and not something that starts with Thieves' Tools, she's going to roll this check with a D16.
Oh shit!
Do I-
Nice.
Do I have that?
I can go give you one.
Can I? I'll run over there. Hold on.
Okay. You can just come over here and roll the die in front of me.
Okay.
This is collusion.
That's a 9.
You're working against man.
So the lock makes a loud jingling noise as Tina, the Wizard's Apprentice, is trying and failing to open this door.
Oh fuck.
All right. Well, yeah. I guess we'll just set it on fire.
I guess we'll set it on fire.
But with the jingling of the lock, the door, it's kicked open, and you see a burly brute of a man with the chaos sigil branded onto his forehead. His white robes are filthy and bloodstained not only from the skinning of villagers, but from his own lack of flesh. Large exposed muscles coil and bulge under his robes.
This is the guy that we heard talking earlier.
Yes, it is. So why don't you all give me that sweet initiative roll?
Well, I mean, we already decided to light the door on fire, so hang on.
If you have a ready torch, you can toss it on this guy.
We wouldn't have lost it by now. I still have it because I lit one.
Well, it's probably not currently lit.
Remind the teacher about homework.
Nobody likes those guys.
Just throw the torch. It's fine. Totally. We had it go this whole time.
I will say if
Not
one
like
of you was
playing
preparing to
Rainbow
light
Six
this door on fire, at least one of you probably has a lit torch.
Eh.
I will say the
I do
arsonist probably does.
Is that supposed to be me?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. What were we gonna do with that?
You're going to try to light the door on fire, but now there is a hulking... basically, imagine Michael Myers with all of his skin ripped off, holding a very large, very sharp-looking knife.
Oh, great.
They're more or less intimidating than Mike Myers with all his skin ripped off.
Oh my god. True. Only Mike Myers is like dressed as the Cat in the Hat, yelling at you and Scott.
Groovy, said no one.
The door opens and a mouth full of crooked teeth asks you, "Do I make your Andy, baby? Do I?"
All right. Anae, what did you get for initiative?
7.
Kyle.
13.
Tom?
I'll give you one guess.
A 1?
4.
I'm going last.
You got a 1?
I got a 5 total.
You are not going last. Xavier.
Whoa. I rolled a 17.
Well, I guess
Initiative is Thaco today, so
no, we're
Well, I
not
mean,
using-
Tico was
Yeah, but the hulking brute with his skin ripped off is getting a surprise round.
Whoa.
And let me roll that sweet D16. Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Who's left?
Have 2.
I have 3.
Well, Tom, you might be about to have two,
Nice.
Good luck, Tom.
as it seems the large butcher man is going for Extreliel.
Oh no.
Oh, he has the least amount of HP out of everyone that's still alive.
The guy with 0 health has more HP.
As he is
Somehow.
swinging that very sharp-looking blade down with a 9 to hit.
No.
Extreliel just kind of moves out of the way. This is not the first time in his work as not a law officer, but a man who works with the law that somebody's tried to stab him.
His butt is set at a pucker of 6.
He keeps a stiff upper lip as an elf.
And Xavier, you are first in initiative after the surprise round.
Fuck him up.
That's the plan. All right. Right. It's gonna go Jeffrey, Frank, Billy.
Billy.
Sylvalum lights up as he approaches this creature.
Hell yeah. 18. Damn it. So close.
18 will hit.
And that is 8 damage.
8 damage.
Is the sword shining?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So fun
Alright.
fact, you if you guys at this point there's no going back. But if you guys had gone across that bridge, there's a good chance you might not have found that sword.
Oh.
Good job, Animino.
All right, you got 2 characters left, Xavier.
Frank is next.
Castle?
And he gets 16.
16 will hit.
Woo.
Frank.
Yeah. 4 damage.
4 damage. So Frank absolutely hacks into this butcher, trying to prove that he is in fact the superior butcher between the two of these men, and he succeeds as he cleaves into the butcher's chest as he hears a sick crack, a pop, and a gurgle as blood comes out of the exposed teeth of this face that's been flayed off
Oh god.
as it drops the knife and dies.
Oh. Frank's getting that knife.
All right, Frank is picking up the butcher knife.
Dead already? Holy shit.
It's not the end.
Part of me was thinking it was, but I guess not.
This
No.
is just a
Where's that other
tutorial
voice
level.
we listened to?
What's up?
Where's that other voice we heard?
So you guys are stepping into the next room?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, no, I wanted to just make sure we didn't miss anything in the last one.
All right. Why don't you roll under your luck? Who's looking through the entrails?
The
Sure.
cheesemaker.
Okay.
I'm Matt.
Lasha shall do this as well.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Okay.
The goofy little
I
half.
also rolled under my luck.
So Shalasha and Iana just rifle through these entrails and these discarded guts and bits. And it's unfortunate, but there are some carved faces and carved bits. And these definitely seem to be people that you once knew.
Oh,
Now you just made yourself sad.
But,
Joke's on you. Solasha lived outside the town as a hunter because she didn't like him.
the cheesemaker would
Personality
have known.
eight.
The cheesemakers what?
The cheesemaker would have known them.
Yes.
Definitely lived in town.
I did not have personal characters. Personable characters.
Oh yeah. I don't think you got any character has a bonus to their personality, do they?
No one got higher than an 8.
Damn. The only one that did is dead for me.
The only one that didn't get an 8 was a 7. And she's dead.
Ah, we didn't like her anyway.
She was a drunk.
So beyond the door, where the butcher kicked it open, you see flickering candlelight dimly illuminating a macabre scene as an onslaught of flies buzzes about, emphasizing the stench of the drying flesh that hangs from cords strung wall to wall. Chained nearby are 3 dead, nude villagers. Their clothing lies scattered about the room. On their far wall are poorly constructed tables covered in scraps of flesh, gore, and twine. In the center of each wall is an open passageway from which chanting faintly resonates.
Guess I'm exploring this one too. See, make sure we don't miss anything.
All right.
This one's Tina.
All right. Tina rolls under her luck then.
Nope.
Go, sneaky halfling.
The 3 bodies hanging here are quite a bit of a distraction, as their faces are still intact, and they're dead, but it only reinforces the fact that you guys were correct in the village elders were correct in assuming that this is where the missing villagers were taken to. What were you saying, Kyle?
Oh, I'm gonna have my sneaky halfling look around.
All right.
It's gonna get 7.
He's got a 7, so rolled under his luck, I'm assuming.
Yep. Oh yeah, 17 to 15.
So you haven't had a need to use it, but just so you know, halflings have the special ability where everybody can burn luck to add to their own rolls, but a halfling can actually burn their luck to add to other people's rolls.
Ah, well,
Jeffrey.
neat. Since I haven't had to do that yet.
So searching,
So
searching through the tables that are against one of the walls, you find these scraps of human flesh sewn together, and you seem to find what it appears to be a roughly drawn diagram of how to craft those head bats that you all were attacked by earlier, as well as
Like a DIY recipe.
Yeah, it seems to be like almost like some kind of necromantic magic ritual with re-imbuing these things with life and how to decapitate the heads and everything like that. But other than these diagrams, you see 2 pairs of rusty shears.
neat. I'm gonna take them both.
Are you leaving the creepy diagrams?
Nope. Taking the creepy diagram. I am a halfling trader. I am gonna sell this to someone.
Yeah, you guys see the
Okay.
halfling kind of hold up these diagrams, probably make a bit of a
For
face.
necromancy.
Yeah, and just rolls them up and puts them in his sack.
Okay, so past that, you said there was a door.
Yeah, there is a door to... from where you guys came out of, there would be a door in front of you and a door to the right and a door to the left.
Yeah, like we lost Xavier.
Of course we did. Because somebody can't stop watching hentai.
I still have him up on mine.
He's back. Bounced.
He's what?
He bounced
back.
out at him, but he's back.
Oh, okay. But
Which one
yes,
do we hear chanting from?
You almost kind of hear it coming from everywhere at this point.
What door should we take?
How many doors are there?
3. Other than the one you came in from.
Well, let's go left.
Going
That
to
is
the
good.
left. So a short corridor leads to a battered wooden door that barely hangs from its hinges. Beyond is a messy chamber with makeshift furniture. A sweet choir of babbling baby noises comes from the open window as a grotesque thing squeezes itself through the hole. The
No.
horrid creature seems to be a fusion of several children rolled into one ghastly ball of rolling eyes and mouths that each squeal and cry and whine at once as it floats through the air like a buoy in water.
Fuck that. Let's go the other
Can we
way.
just
Oh,
can we close the
yeah.
door?
You can, but... So you guys trying to shut that door?
Yeah.
All right.
What if we didn't go this
You see a fucking floating ball of babies, and we're just like, yeah, no, fuck that.
All right.
I mean, we are level 0s. I feel like that's exactly what I did. It'd be like,
We'll fight undead abominations, but floating baby balls? No. No,
I mean,
no.
we've already seen some freaky shit. We're like, too much. No.
We'll just step back and close the door, please.
So Jeffrey Beefingers, the sword Sylvalum immediately lights up as the strange choir only grows louder, and you guys kind of slam the door as it falls off the rusty hinges.
Uh,
Who taught you how to close a fucking door?
I can't help it. My fingers are so beefy.
We're all gonna die.
All right. So, everybody, give me a DC 10 will save.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Wonder.
I don't have good of those.
15.
There we go.
20.
16 for Sidereal.
Oh, DC.
16.
And
Wow,
for
I
Emino.
can talk about that.
And 15 for Shaw. What was the DC?
You just have to beat a 10.
Wait, we
I
What?
matched. I
Roll-
didn't beat it. I matched 10. Does that count?
Yes. So roll a d20 on AE and try to see on your character sheet where it says will and add that number or subtract it.
got it.
Okay, did
Yeah,
anybody fail?
I misinterpreted what you originally said, and I rolled a D10.
Oh, no. Roll a d20.
Yeah,
No, I did. I'm good, but for a second I was like, man, I really hope a 6 works.
No, did anybody fail?
No.
what do we have to beat?
Roll
10.
a d20 and get higher than a 10.
I failed once.
All right, so which
Oh,
one of
no.
your characters failed?
Let's say I don't know, the cheesemaker, since it was the second roll.
No, not the cheesemaker.
Not the cheese maker.
So Iana, hearing these strange babbling cries from this floating ball of baby flesh, covers her ears and just falls to the floor as she is incapacitated for 3 rounds with madness. And all of you roll initiative.
Show me the. Oh, that's better than most.
All right, Anaí, what'd you get?
Oh,
You got what? 12?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Kyle, what'd you get?
2.
Fantastic. Tom,
8.
Xavier,
19.
luck is with the Beeffinger clan today.
For now.
All right, well, Xavier, you're up first. There is a strange floating mass of baby flesh just kind of babbling in a maddening way.
Well, I guess Jeffrey's gonna
What
go
do I
stab it.
describe anything?
But yes, it is a ghastly ball of rolling eyes and mouths that each squeal and cry and whine at once as it floats through the air like a buoy in water. So the sword lights up immediately.
All right. 19.
19. 19 will crit. Roll a
Give
d4.
me that. You son of a bitch. Where'd you go? Ah, penis. Found it. 3. And ooh, nice, 9 damage.
9 damage total. So you got a 3?
Yeah.
So you crack this thing in what you can only imagine would be its forehead and inflict an additional 1d3 damage.
Yee.
And this thing sort of slams into the ground and starts to bounce back up as it is dropped to the end of initiative.
Yeah. 2 damage.
2 damage for a total of what?
11?
11.
11? Okay.
All right. The butcher's gonna go butching.
Okay.
So he's gonna try out that new knife,
Okay.
and he's gonna get a 16.
16 will hit.
Ooh. What's the damage on it?
The damage on the skinning knife is 1d4.
Ooh. Ooh, 6 damage.
6 damage, and roll a d3.
Eh. 2.
2. Okay. The special effect of the weapon does not go into play then.
Ah.
But you almost found it out.
So
So the butcher goes
I
in
was
and
like, oh.
slices this thing with its knife. As it sort of cries, and it just starts to light emanates from its eyeballs. And this thing explodes in a nauseous cloud of red mist. And I
Oh,
need
gross.
the butcher and Jeffrey to both make fortitude saves.
Jeffrey gets a 16.
Okay. And what about Frank?
Frank gets an 18.
An 18. So there's almost a sickening feeling that crawls over their flesh, but they manage to sort of fight it off.
It's like, who? Oh, I've seen gross.
Is Yana okay?
Yes, once the creature is died, she seems to be able to regain her composure.
Okay. So let's pick a better door.
Ah, that door sucked. Fucking crying baby mass of bowl. That's gross. All right, I guess we'll go through the middle door this time.
All right, the middle door. So this is less of a door as more of it leads to an open hallway. And the corridor is dark, and you can hear the chanting faint, but there's a drumming. The drumming echoes down the stone passages, pounding against the beating of your heart. The passage splits 3 ways.
Should we go back and try the door or just keep going?
Onward.
So I'm assuming Nemo's going straight,
Yes.
as he says onward. So heading onward, Nemo immediately, not immediately, but a little bit into the darkness, comes across what seems to be a collapsed stairwell, just absolutely filled with rubble.
Not
Yeah.
that way.
Huh, what are you talking about? I have the perfect tool for this.
And
Yeah,
what would that
dynamite?
perfect tool be?
A grappling hook.
Is he gonna attack the rubble with the grappling hook?
Well, you said it was a collapsed stairwell. Is it going up or down?
Yeah, it's going down, and it's filled with rubble.
Oh, okay.
It's been collapsed in.
Oh, okay.
Well.
Onward to the other door then.
All right, you can go either right or left.
To the left.
To the left.
So the path starts to gradually slope upwards, and the chanting and the beating of the drums gets louder and louder.
Ooh,
And as you
here it
continue
comes.
to approach, a disembodied voice shouts, "Slayers! Ravagers! Begone with thee!" Before the faint form of an old knight in half-plate armor emblazoned with the crest of a regal stag shimmers into being. Without warning, the ghost swings with a blowing blue mace.
Ah,
Show me your cool
Jeff-
sword. We're on his side.
yeah, Jeffrey, block it.
So Jeffrey, as he puts the blade up to block the blue mace, the knight immediately drops to his knees and bends his head. And he says, "My liege, forgive me. I knew not it was you."
Behold the bee finger clan.
Oh,
Animo steps forward, say, "It's no problem. I understand my identity can't be known to all."
I think he was talking to the sword.
I think he was talking to the sword.
Oh. Oh.
As the
Oh,
knight sort of puts a gloved hand to his spectral chest and says, "My lord, it has been centuries, but I have kept watch over the keep. King Rulreed, I am blessed to have you back with me once again."
is the sword gonna say anything? Do I have to speak for the sword?
But the sword doesn't seem to hear the ghost.
Can we ask the ghost what's up ahead?
Yeah, it's like
How beast inhabits this place?
Who's asking?
it's like Jeffrey will ask. Ah, yes. Well, I have returned to purge the undead from this place.
A truly noble cause, my liege.
Yes.
But aren't you technically undead too?
Is the sword glowing?
No, the sword is not glowing.
Yeah. See, no, the sword doesn't think so.
Tina's
But
gonna ask if you know what's up ahead.
I have been bound to within the confines of the castles, my lady. I cannot step foot outside, but that is where this passageway leads, not without the word of my king to guide me. Hell yeah, Yorkie, we're still playing.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about
What's
Dungeon
that?
Crawl Classics is that when you run an adventure, you can typically run it in one session, but the session might be about 3 or 4 hours. And I believe we're about to hit 3 hours playing this, so we're pretty close to the end.
All right. Well, Jeffrey will look at him and say, like, yes, we need to find the rest of the undead here and purge them from this place.
Where's the leader?
All right.
Hmm.
How about Jeffrey Beeffinger gives me a personality check at a DC 13. You can
He's
burn
got
luck
no
if you want.
personality. I'm already at an 8. I'd rather not.
Another halfling could burn luck for you as well. This could be a glorious moment.
I don't know. What clan are you from?
I don't know.
I don't have a halfling.
But I don't get my luck back if I do that.
Oh, halflings do regenerate luck.
Oh, well,
Oh
in that
shit!
case-
What?
Yeah, halflings regenerate 1 luck point per night.
Well, fuck it, man. What do you mean? Hey, man, how you doing? How can I help you?
I mean, I probably shouldn't need more than one.
I'll give you 1.
All right, you burn 1 luck, so remove one luck point from your character sheet, basically.
Okay.
And I got I got a 12.
Plus 1.
Oh, wow, then you needed that 1.
Yeah.
So 13. The ghost knight stands up, hand still to his chest, and says, "My
I
lord,
like how he stands up and he towers over the
yeah,
halfling.
my liege, King Rulereed, I, Sir Anatos, shall follow you wherever you may lead."
That's cool as hell. I needed somebody else. Very well, Sir Anatos. Do you know where the rest of the
Dead, not dead things.
The undead leaders are?
Well, surely,
Oh, no.
lost Xavier.
Magic Sword, Ghost Knight, Xavier Lip Chops. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Yorkie was saying that he remembered one of our Zelda streams lasted a good 6 hours one time.
I don't remember that one.
I was gonna say if it was a video game one, I probably fell asleep at some point.
Was it the one? Was it the speed run contest? I don't know how long it lasted. But yes.
Yeah, so Anatos points the mace upwards, the direction you guys were heading.
Let's go that way.
Well, lead the way.
I'm about to give you so much freedom.
So you all emerged from the corridor below to the sky ablaze. A swirling torrent of crimson flames that slowly descends towards the keep's largest standing tower. As your eyes adjust, a terrible scene unfolds. Severed limbs, intestines, and mutilated body parts lay and strewn in a circle. 8 cultists dressed in blood-stained robes chant and sway or pound on drums of stretched human flesh. Their jagged blades gleam menacingly in chaotic red light. From atop the highest tower, a figure stops. With dripping muscles glistening, she points a wavy-edged blade towards you and croaks through the sliced mouth of her human masks. Infidels! Watch as your petty world burns! Disciples, show them the power of the flesh! The robed fiends turn to stare at you through macabre faces, masks of villagers you once knew, and in unison raise their daggers to run their blades across their own throats. As the blood gushes from their severed jugulars, they drop to their knees and, if as though magnetically pulled, slither towards the ghastly, quivering pile of body parts to form a repulsive, shambling, obese shape that wobbles towards you in multiple hands and feet and which lashes out at you with 8 whipping entrails. Roll for initiative.
God damn.
Fucking sick. Dope. Got a 12.
And now you guys have a ghost knight on your side.
All right, try that, you know what?
All
I
right.
got a
What did you all get?
16.
16 for Xavier. Anae, what'd you get?
18.
18. Kyle.
12.
Tom.
I actually got a 14.
14. And let me roll for Sir Anatos.
We got a bunch of even numbers in succession.
Oh, wow.
You're right, Yorkie. That kitty is a cute chomp.
Sir Anatos gets a 20.
Still in succession.
Ooh, damn.
What's up?
Sir Anato's gonna go fucking hard.
He's ready to fuck stuff up.
Been sitting in here for how long? Bed.
And roll
He's
for
trying
the
to do some action.
He's been waiting for this.
He didn't realize he can actually go do this himself. He just kind of thought that he couldn't.
Carry the whole fucking team. It's not happening.
He's camera
Not.
shy.
He did fine earlier.
All right.
Like,
Sir
yes.
Anatos is up first. And I think everybody still got 3 characters except Anae. Anae, you can decide what Sir Anatos is going to do.
No, I'd rather not.
Okay. Xavier, do you want to decide what your knight's going to do?
Fuck
I
it
guess
up.
he's just gonna charge the fleshy mass.
All right. As he lifts up his mace to attack the being.
No.
Boy, and he gets a 19.
Woo!
6. Ooh. Only does 1 damage.
Nice. What a
Fuck.
hero.
What the
He's a little
ghost?
rusty.
What a guy. What a,
They're trying their best.
But as he slams his spectral mace into this thing, it almost resounds with a clang as the fleshy mass just sort of screams and almost seems like the flesh seems to putrefy a little bit.
Gross.
Ooh. Well, shit.
And let me write down his HP real quick.
Is it 87?
No. I will say it's less than the monster you're fighting.
That's not assuring.
All right.
so
And
is it currently the monster and the other guy, or is it all just one amalgamation?
It seems that as you guys come into basically a courtyard, you can see at the edge of the courtyard is a portcullis where the stone bridge is that you guys could have came in from. And then On the other end is a tower, and the figure with their flesh ripped off was yelling at you from on top of the tower. As all those cultists killed themselves and basically assembled into this large fleshy mass. And at the top is Anai with Tina and Iana.
One of my items is a grimoire. I can't like use that to actually try to cast a spell, right?
No, because you don't have a wizard level yet.
Got it.
You can try to sell your soul to darker forces.
You absolutely can do that once you get your first level.
Then I will use my short sword to try to attack.
Are you going to try to attack like one of the fleshy entrails that's swinging around? Or are you going to try to like attack the center mass?
The center mass.
All right, have Tina give me an attack roll then.
10.
10?
Yeah.
10 will hit.
Oh. And that's a 5.
5 damage.
And then, what does Iana have? Iana has it says, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it says it's a staff. So she's going to attack.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack with that. With a 6.
Okay.
A 6 will not hit.
That's it for me.
Okay. And it is the fleshy mass's turn.
Oh god. How many targets does it have?
Almost as many as there are of you.
Guess that's tentacle dependent.
Entrails, blah, blah, blah. It is going to try to bite Sir Anatos.
Oh no!
And
There's ghost reduction.
it is going to miss him by 1.
Ooh.
As it has a -1 to attack.
Very nice.
And it is going to extend its fleshy entrails.
Oh
and
no.
it is going to attack. There's 12 of you left.
Yep.
And so I'll just roll a
No.
d12.
No. So we can just close the door, right?
Have to reread the creature stat block because it kind of has some special things it's about to do, which is
Oh,
always
shit.
fun.
I don't like this part.
All right, so first attack is going after number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A Nemo. A fleshy
Tom
tendril.
Leonard.
Where did Tom go?
He went to go. He said he would be back.
Oh, okay. We'll come back to that one. And one's going after Shalasha. And one's going after Rogabald. So, the one going after Rogabald is going to get a 9 to attack.
No.
All right, and it misses.
Leave him alone.
Ooh, one of them's going after Billy.
No.
Will Billy finally die?
And it misses with a 2.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Billy!
It's got 4 more entrails to attack with.
I hate this game.
All right, it's going after Brahm. With a 9 to hit.
No.
Oh boy. Going after Brahm again
Oh god.
with a 17.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So with a 17, one of these fleshy entrails just sort of wraps around your neck and starts to strangle you. And you lose a temporary 2 stamina as it starts to strangulate you. So keep track of that, because
Oh,
if you reach 0, you will suffocate and die.
Okay.
What was that, 6? So it has 2 more.
Oh, one of them was that
That was,
face Animo.
yeah, so one of them still attacking Animo and Sholasha. And this one's going after Jeffrey Beeffingers
Jeffrey.
with a 7 to hit.
That will not hit.
And the last one.
Yeah,
Against-
Yorkie, we're fighting big monstrosity. This is not looking fun.
Yeah, the last one is going after Iana the Cheesemaker with an 8
I thought
to
I was
hit.
gonna get. Oh, wait, with a what?
It has an 8 to try to attack you.
Nope.
All right. I'm just going to roll to see if it hits Tom's characters whatsoever. And with a 2 and a 7, I'm going to assume that's a no.
Yeah.
All right, Xavier, your characters are up.
Jeffrey's charging in.
What's up, Derper Herp? But yeah, you should be able to watch it tomorrow. Or I think in like a week or 2, we might just post it up on the YouTube channel.
Hey.
All right, let's see what that beef finger can do. As the
For the
sword,
re-upper.
the sword starts to glow a bright blue. So you are at a +2
19.
rather than a... Oh, you got a 19. That's a crit.
Fuck it up.
For those of you who don't know, Xavier typically plays with loaded dice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He,
So I
he sacrificed spirits. This is definitely one of his nights for sure.
That's a 3 on the crit.
Okay. Stunning crack to the forehead. Inflict an additional 1-3d3 with this strike, and the foe falls to the bottom of the initiative count. Next round.
Oh shit, nice. That's 2 plus 9, 11.
11 damage to the center mass as
That's what?
the
I hit him
screaming...
back.
You got attacked twice, but they both missed.
Nice.
All right. Frank's next. Chop
Okay.
chop.
Also, did anyone shout out Derper Hoop?
Yes.
Okay.
Can Frank dual wield his knife and knife?
He will, but he's going to have to roll a d16 for one of them and a d14 for the other.
Oh, fuck it. I'll just use the knife.
Okay.
And that's an 18.
18 will hit. Roll the d4 for damage.
Yeah, luckily, Derpa Herb things are kind of ramping up at this point, so you really haven't missed a whole lot. Even though
I
we've
just
been going
had
for
the
3
D4.
hours.
Where the fuck did it? Oh, there it is. That's 5 damage.
5 damage. That's on the d4 attack?
Yeah.
Okay, and then roll a d3 and tell me what the number is.
3.
Oh, you got a 3.
Oh, you killed it.
Yes, sir.
So you managed to slice pretty thickly into this thing as it loses 1 point of strength as you basically cut a significant portion of its flesh off. Permanently loses 1 point of stamina. There we go.
Nice. Don't worry, guys. I'm tiring it out.
All right, you still got Billy the Gong Farmer.
Billy! Billy's gonna do what Billy does.
Billy's gonna kill this thing. Come on.
He fucking better not. That's a 17.
17 will hit.
And that's 4 damage.
4 damage. All right. Tom, your characters are up next.
Well. I will go ahead and fire an arrow at a distance.
Okay.
Does a 7 hit?
A 7 does not hit.
All right. Animo will run up and try to club this thing.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Or can he attack with the grappling hook?
This thing is very, very large. He may be able
No, I
to
mean,
get the grappling hook
literally
on it, but he's not going to be able to pull it or anything.
No, just literally like attack with the hook.
I mean, he can, but that's probably only going to do like a D3 of damage.
Oh, I'm doing it.
You're
That's
gonna
what he would do.
All right. Animo, the grappling hook man, is going to try to swing at it.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
A 1. You botched. Finally. Now
No.
we get to use the botching table.
You grapple yourself in the face.
No
All right.
enemy.
Give me a D4.
I don't wanna.
Alas, so it must be
3.
a 3. By the way, your luck, your luck is applies here.
Oh, okay. Then 1.
Oh, you got +2 luck.
Oh, no, I have -2 luck.
Oh, then you got a 5.
Yeah.
Nice. So Animo is swinging the grappling hook, ready to try to sink it into this thing, as he trips as the rope wraps around his own ankles, wasting the action, and you are prone and must use an action to stand next round, as you basically entangle yourself in the grappling hook.
Ah, how could this have gone so wrong?
How could this happen to me? Well, that was spectacular. Luckily, I still have a quill to throw.
Go ahead and do
With-
it.
Well, I got one in the spectrum, and now I have the other. I got a 20 with the quill.
You got a
Congrats, Gutter.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Derper Herb, for gifting that sub.
Yo,
So you got
Now
a
you-
20 to attack with the quill.
I got a
Give me a D4, and you get a roll on the crit table now.
D4.
Yes,
And
sir.
luck applies.
Yes.
So that's a 4.
Oh, still looking at the fumble table, I was like, that doesn't sound right. That seems mean to happen for a good roll. So would you get a 4?
No, we're not playing a V5.
V5.
I was gonna say you prefer the system that actively tries to kill you as compared to V5 that punishes you for doing well.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Sorry, Tom. Game mechanics are getting in the way of the game.
All right. You strike the foe's kneecap. I'm not sure how that applies here, and inflict an additional 1d4 damage with the strike. And the foe suffers a -10 penalty to speed. So just so you know, this thing has a 10 movement, and so you have completely stuck in its place.
Nice.
Oh, Animo would be proud.
Sleep well, Derpa.
Getting out of ego,
I did 7 damage.
which is exactly what you needed to kill this thing.
Yeah.
As the elf
Yeah.
throws the quill.
3
Right.
quill kills.
The deadly throwing quill style taught only to elven lawyers.
Yeah, no shit.
Once again, strikes true.
This is canon, right? This is a thing now.
It can be now.
But we know what characters to keep alive.
Oh.
All right.
As the tower begins to shake and flames start to swirl in the sky above it.
Well, Jeffrey's gonna point that sword. He's like, "I'm coming for you, bitch!"
Use your grappling hook.
Alright, I can basically show you guys the map now that it doesn't matter. But you guys are about right there, I think, and you're running over here.
Go.
Well, Lernos, that is exactly why my problem with V5. It's like, you did really well. A little too well with this dice, so go fuck yourself.
So Sir Anatos follows behind Sir Geoffrey Beeffingers. He says, "Onward, my liege." As you come to the tower steps, the tower is a hollow shell of crumbling mortar and stone, rotted
Oh,
wooden
you
beams.
got another bot.
Hey.
Oh, two bots.
Woo! Bot hype.
3 bots!
We made it, guys. We made it.
And banned? No, I can't ban them from here. That's not fun.
Tom ban
Fine.
Ban the bots!
Okay, but first.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, there we go. I just needed to change the buttons
Oh.
and get.
Yeah, I was like, I got the choice to unban one for some reason.
Oh, that's probably because I just banned it. Because you're also logged into the CAFCON Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Make big bang.
And
Yeet is still.
and say goodbye to our bot buddies. All right.
Excuse me.
Who's leading the charge on this one?
Ghost boy.
Animo needs to get up.
So, yeah.
Don't worry, you guys go on without me.
I will say Animo is at the very end of the line as he is trying to disentangle himself from his grappling hook.
Oh, that's just justice if that's how he fucking dies.
As a part of the castle wall just crumbles on top of him.
Oh,
No, I'm just playing. But yeah, who's going first up the tower?
well, I guess Jeffrey's leading the charge.
All right, Geoffrey, followed by Sir Anatos. So
Well, the hero Extrilio needs to,
The dwarves.
escape.
Mhm.
And show
Not
up.
my posse of shorties.
all right. So the tower is a hollow shell of crumbling mortar and stone. Rotted wooden beams seem barely capable of holding the structure up. Steps set into the wall spiral 60 feet into the battlements above. The red light of the falling star burns through the cracks and crevices of this decaying facade. So the way it's set up, you guys can only go single file. And so as you all are charging up, I need Mr. Geoffrey Beeffingers to make a DC 12 reflex save. As the brittle stone stairs crumble beneath him.
Shwa, 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 shwa. 15.
15. So he manages to barely catch himself and keep going forward, and the rest of you can pretty easily jump the gap.
Great.
And
Let's
you
fuck
all-
up a wizard.
And you all barely manage to make your way up out of the tower as the staircases start to crumble beneath you. And you see up top on top of the tower battlements, the enormous red star slowly descends upon the tower. 8 impaled villagers, their flesh torn from their bodies, squirm in agonizing pain as their combined blood pools at the center. The flayed woman, who pointed out to you earlier, stares with bright jade-colored eyes through the horrid mask of some poor man's face. Wisps of raven hair still cling to her scalped head. Grasped tightly in her hand is a peculiar wavy blade of flesh and bone. And she steps into the pool of blood which begins to boil. The impaled villagers begin to twitch violently and scream in unison as rays of eldritch light shoot out from their eyes and mouths, drawing the swirling red star closer. And give me initiative once more.
Oh, I thought we were done.
One more fight. One more fight. Can I do it?
20.
Nice.
I am the average with a 10.
I live in only dreams.
What did you get, Tom?
I got a natural 20, so 21. 22.
Xavier, what'd you get?
I got a 17. Slowly getting more legal.
Anahi, what did you get?
16.
What'd you get,
That's a
Kyle?
10. Good night, Valerinos.
Good night, buddy.
Good night.
Happy Halloween.
Don't forget to listen to the Misfits.
Don't forget to go look at the moon.
No.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. All right, Tom, you are up first.
Clap that bitch's cheeks.
Well, I think I still have her face.
If you brought the box with you, you do. Did you bring the box with you?
Oh, I never said I put it down. I
Just
still
had
try
it
to
with-
pass it off onto someone else, but I still have it.
Okay, what are you
So
gonna
I
try to
guess-
do with it?
Animo still has the box. He's going to put her face back on.
So he opens the box, and she sees her face, and even beneath that other mask she's wearing, you can almost see a look of horror.
Ooh, she's afraid of her face.
Can't
Subconsciousness.
face herself. I'll leave. It's okay.
Oh boy.
Who has the love note?
I do.
Well, I believe that you're the character who had the love note died, right?
Yeah, but not in an unapproachable place, so I took it.
Okay.
Just took her shit. Just...
So I stole it.
I mean, she doesn't need the love note, right?
So
it's like,
Balessa
hey, yo, they're dead.
sees her face and instantly begins to wail as she sort of looks at her own hands and her body bereft of flesh, and it almost seems like the pain begins to hit her for the first time. And she seems to look at you and look at herself, and she's like, where am I?
No. Well,
I don't know.
You're in a spooky castle.
yeah.
As she
We're
sort
at
of
the
just
top of this tower in a castle.
Killed your girlfriend.
as she sort of just tears almost at her own flesh, realizing the immense amount of pain she's in, and she stumbles out of the pool of blood, clearly in a lot of pain, almost falling forward as the red light in the sky starts to dissipate. A disembodied scream of anguish echoes from the swirling star of eldritch red flame, which fizzes out and completely reveals a beautifully clear night sky. And to Amino, Balessa looks at you, tears streaming down her flayed face. Where am I? My face. Where's Holly? The light fades
Ooh.
from her jade-colored eyes as a final breath escapes her lungs. Slipping from her grip, the strange wavy edged blade clatters on the hard stone. And you all have successfully stopped the sky of crimson flame.
Extra
Woohoo!
taps with his quill.
Make you as many quills as you need.
What do you all wish to do from here?
Well, shit.
Cry.
Grapple down.
I mean, I guess we're gonna have to fucking take all these bodies down and bury them. Ah, it's such a pain in the ass. Is Seranato still around?
I will say he looks to Sir, not Sir, but perhaps he calls him my liege, King Rulreed. I have fulfilled my duty. I have protected the castle against evil. May I rest?
No.
Yeah, let him
You
go.
served. You've served valiantly. I release you from service.
As he puts his gloved hand against his spectral chest and bows and dissipates.
Not enough, Yorkie. Not enough.
Yeah, they survived with a surprising amount of players. I've actually played
More
it.
importantly, Billy survived.
Yes, it's true.
Billy.
Now that these humble villagers have survived the deadly funnel sky of crimson flame, they may officially ascend to first level characters,
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
ascending to the ranks of reavers, adventurers, sellswords, and slayers. Artina, the wizard's apprentice, Iana, the cheesemaker, the dwarves, Rajabald and Grokthar and Brahm, as well as the elven barrister. What's up?
Regibald's a halfling.
Oh, Regibald was a halfling? All right.
You made
I made them all right. I
Hey,
made
man.
them all at once, man. Exteliel, the elven banister, as well as Anemo, the animal trainer, Shalasha, the hunter, Frank, the butcher, Jeffrey Beeffinger, now in possession of a noble sword of magical power, and Billy, the humble gong farmer.
Okay, hold on. My wizard's apprentice is gonna go look at the sword that they dropped, the wiggly one.
Is she gonna pick it
the
up?
crit.
Oh,
Don't pick it
that's
up.
actually, that might not be a good idea. Never mind. I'm gonna inspect it.
Oh boy. Why don't you roll under your intelligence?
Let me find.
My characters are stupid.
I did not roll under.
This blade clearly had some kind of significance, but whatever its purpose was or what it does is unknown to you.
Throw
I'm
it into the
leaving.
fire.
No, I'm not touching it.
Are y'all just gonna leave it here on top of this castle?
No. Dwarves, break the sword.
I guess I have linen. We could wrap it if we needed to.
I mean, I could have one of my guys like to set its intelligence.
What's up?
I could have the dwarves try and examine it.
Yeah, why don't you roll under their intelligence to see if they can tell anything about its make or craft?
3.
3. So as they get closer to look at this thing without touching it, this thing is not made out of any kind of metal or stone. This thing literally looks like it's some kind of horrific composite of both a blade and a wand. And it is made of human flesh and bone. The handle almost looks like the sort of ribbed knuckles of somebody's spinal column. And the wavy blade is sharpened and shaved bone. And there are teeth sticking along the edges of it. And there is almost even a little bit of hair sticking out of it.
Can we tell if it's like inherent?
If it's what?
Is it inherently magic or something?
If it's not magic, it's certainly some kind of fucked up thing.
That thing's fucking evil.
Break it. Toss it into the fire.
Yorkie, that's just my face. Sorry to break it to you.
Ooh.
All right.
Is there anything else up here?
Does anyone want an evil sword wand thing?
There is the pool of blood in which the body of Balessa is currently floating in, and there are 7 bodies on stakes impaled around the circle.
I'm okay.
Shit. This is yeah.
But yes,
Yeah, Yorkie, I only look that way because all of my characters have bad intellect scores. So I was really nervous about what I was gonna roll. Can I break this sword?
are you gonna try to break it with your hammer or something?
Yeah. Shit.
Sure. Give me a strength check. Basically, like you're attacking the weapon.
Yeah. So do I need over or under?
No, like basically roll an attack roll.
Roll. That's gonna be a 13, sir.
A 13. The hammer comes down and clings against this strange knife made of bone and flesh, and it just rattles off of it. And
Nothing happened.
Yeah, inspecting your hammer, it almost looks like your hammer got chipped.
No.
Can I break it with another sword?
You want to try the magic sword?
Yeah.
Go ahead and attack it.
Ah!
If not, I still have the quill. The pin is mine than the sword, after all.
All right, give me the attack roll.
That is an 18.
An 18. So you pick up Sylvalum, the magic sword, as it glows with bright white light as it clashes down upon this thing. And there is almost a spark of light that comes out as the two things collide. And while Sylvalum is not damaged whatsoever, neither is the knife made of flesh and bone.
Maybe we should just throw it in the pool of blood.
I don't know about that.
Somebody wants to take it?
Is there
maybe-
a volcano nearby?
No, not that you're aware of, but I will say Tina or Iana, whoever read the ledger on the desk, will recall that there was a passage about the blade being forged from a piece of the caster's own soul.
Oh yeah, so
It's a phylactery?
That would take some kind of advanced wizard to find out.
Ah, shit. Hurry up and get your wizard levels.
Do we really want to take this thing with us?
I don't.
What happens if we pick it up?
Does somebody want to pick it up?
What happens if we just leave it?
No.
Yeah, just leaving it here is a bad idea. But we also don't want to...
You're also on top of a tower at the edge of a ravine.
Should
Oh,
we just
there
throw
we
it
go.
down there?
Chuck it into the abyss.
So is somebody kicking it or somebody picking it up to throw it, or how are you doing it?
I have linen, so we can touch it without touching it.
We could try and like stick a sword under it and flick it.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your guys' plan of attack with this knife?
Flick into the ravine?
Who's gonna flick it?
Probably the strongest person here.
So Jeffrey?
Is he?
I don't know.
I have
Strength is-
16.
My strongest is an 11.
Has a 17.
Yeah?
There you go, 17. Go.
Okay. Chucking it.
So are you sticking a knife or something under it and flicking it up?
I don't have a knife.
What are you using to try to chuck this thing?
I could put it in my bow.
You're gonna pick it up and fire it?
Don't pick it up. Don't pick it up.
No
You want to
touch.
borrow the sword?
You know what? Billy will hand you his shovel.
The trowel of destiny. Second strongest weapon.
Shalashka will accept the trowel. And
And
like
just
fucking
catapult that shit.
catapult it.
All right. So Shalasha kind of tentatively picks up the pooper scooper, picks up the knife, which almost seems to pulse with veins that seem to be strewn between the bones inside of it, and kind of flicks it into the ravine, where perhaps it will hopefully never be seen again. And thus concludes the Sky of Crimson Flame. Every one of the heroes who has managed to survive this adventure may now go to the first level, should they so choose to do so.
Nice.
And that concludes it. Those of you that stuck around or those of you that showed up, thank you for hanging out with us and watching us play some Dungeon Crawl Classics. I think it's a really fun system. And as
Fuck yeah.
to answer Yorkie's question, this was intended to just be a one-shot, but that's the fun thing about Dungeon Crawl Classics is I think more than any other system, this is the easiest one where you can just pick up your characters from wherever they left off and start another adventure that can be completed in one session or two. Did you guys enjoy yourselves more, particularly Xavier and Tom, than the last time you guys played Dungeon Crawl Classics?
I mean, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Go play it. I mean, if those of you who would be interested, who are still here or who might see the video later, as of the airing of this video, there is a sale on Humble Bundle where you can get the core rulebook and like 30 adventures for this system for like $20.
Which is a real good deal.
Yeah. Well, if we ever get a chance to play it again, Yorkie, you will see us play it here. And with that, it is getting late. The Samhain All Hallows Eve has passed, and it is now November 1st, over here at least in the United States. And Halloween is officially over.
Yeah.
Time to go hit up those stores.
It's still part of All Hallows.
How long have we
It's
been...
All Saints Day.
I think me personally, Yorkie, I've been playing tabletop RPGs probably for about 5 years at this point. I got started during the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition playtest, which is when I met Xavier and Chaz, who then invited me to come play along with the rest of these lovely gentlemen.
Probably like 13 years for me. Since I was like 15, 16. But I mean, I don't know how much that really says. I feel like it might speak more against me than for me.
What about you, Xavier and Tom?
I started, 2013?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Then 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
They've been playing a little longer than I have. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all have a good night or a good morning wherever you are, and don't forget to stay caffeinated.
Hell yeah.
Everybody.
Good night or good morning.
Good
Thank
night.